Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to a podcast will save this relationship.
I feel like my hellos are getting kind of weak and frail. Anyway, I'm Sarah, she, her.
I'm Josh. He, him. And on
He,
today's
him.
podcast.
Josh is pronouncing stuff like Captain Kirk.
Yeah, it's rubbing up on
Captain
Kirk's
Kirk's
rubbing up on me, yeah.
you, dude. Hell yeah.
I didn't consent. And fucking...
He does that shit in the
Yeah.
show, huh? Anyway,
I talked about Reagan,
yeah.
the movie, Ronald, based on Ronald Reagan, a guy you should not Google.
And I really hope that when you edit this later today in the next, couple of 8, like how...
The show goes out in 12 and a half hours, 15 hours. So,
just bleep out literally everything I say in response.
yeah, I got you. Don't worry.
And then say, like, the CIA made us bleep out Sarah's response.
Yeah.
So that I don't get arrested.
You're welcome. I got you.
Yeah.
Don't worry. We did that, and then we did our red stories as usual. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the gosh darn bell, raise 5 stars on Apple and Spotify podcasts. Check out Patreon, Buy Me a Coffee, those websites, APWSTR, or check out our merch down in the description. It'll be linked down.
Mutual aid links down below.
Down below as well. Everything's inside of our link tree. Timestamps are down below. Enjoy this episode, and we'll see you all there.
Yeah.
How you doing, Sarah?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing good, too. Happy Saturday. Happy
Happy Saturday.
I'm awake right now. Don't worry. I'm totally awake, and this is not me sleepy.
I did wake up a little bit talking about Star Trek in the warm-up.
You did. I will say I am a lot more awake, too. And I assume it's part Star Trek, part drinking and chugging coffee while you spoke the entire time.
Real shit.
Yeah, but no, I'm glad. No, it was a good warm-up. I'm happy we did that. Hell yeah. Fucking, I'm chilling. How's your day been so far?
It's been good. It's been nice. I forgot to take my pills until like 5, so I'm gonna be up.
Dude, let's go, dude. Let's fucking go. But yeah, fucking yeah. Let's all celebrate Josh going halvesies on pills. Let's go, baby.
You'll get them.
I'll get them this Monday, hopefully. Yeah, but we'll see. Fucking it's been a good day so far.
Yeah.
I haven't done anything. I woke up at 3 and it's like
we both woke up at like 3:30. We're just fucking silly billies, man.
Yeah, and tomorrow we got to get up at least 12, and then the day after 9. So
I'm waking up at 9.
You're getting up at 9 for sure. Okay, yeah, you know
tomorrow
what?
probably because I usually wake up at 10 for D&D day so that I can do a lot of prep.
Fair,
beforehand.
yeah. We need to. I want to get back into waking up at 9. I think. I feel like that's.
I don't.
I do.
No, I don't.
All right. Well, fine.
And I have to. I don't. I think you should sleep in.
No. I think 9 is technically sleeping in for most people. So I think we should, listen.
That's kind of the hard. We're gonna go see your parents tomorrow, and that's kind of the hard thing is we're gonna be like, inevitably we're gonna say we woke up at 9 today, and your dad's gonna hit us with I woke up at 2 a.m. or something.
Yeah. So it's like it's
Fuck.
Yeah, I don't want to have that.
Shit.
But no, yeah, it's been a good day though so far.
Yeah,
mostly because nothing's happened. Fucking
yeah, pretty much. I've been really into Shadows of Doubt again. Something about that fucking game. After a while, it is a random number. I think I'm the only person in the world that loves random number generators. Like I could just sit down and click, and that's a game for me.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh hell yeah. But then you put me in like a vibey place. And that's it. And it's not even gambling. I don't even get anything from it. I don't care about the money I make from solving the murders in Shadows of Doubt.
You just want to, you do it for the love of the game.
Yeah, I love it.
The literal game, yeah.
I love planning it out, yeah. It was good shit.
I'm glad, yeah.
And that's the only thing I've done today.
It sucks that I didn't do anything today, because that means we gotta go right into fucking Reagan.
Yeah, why did you choose like a historical movie with like shit around it? Because now everybody in our comments are gonna be like, that's a wrong historical fact.
That I'm gonna say or the movie's gonna say, because I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't think they're gonna know that the movie said it. I think they're gonna hear it from your mouth and think that you said it. Because physically you did say it.
I don't know why I chose this. I saw, okay, so like 4 weeks ago when I did the failed experiment of low critic, high audience.
Yeah.
This movie is on there. This movie has like an 11% critic score.
Yeah.
On Rotten Tomatoes and a 96% audience score.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna maybe this is why I feel like it. And the more I think about it right now in this moment is kind of the reason why I think this is doable for Josh Mansplains, even though it's based on a real thing.
Yeah.
This movie, it's like, what if God's Not Dead was about Ronald Reagan?
It kind of is a little bit.
Yeah.
Tangentially.
To the extent of like Kevin Sorbos is in it as like a cameo.
Right.
For those of you who don't know who he is, he did a cameo on he did one episode on Psych and nothing else. Don't look into him. I've never looked into him.
Was the Kevin Sorbo, was he the guy that was the partner of the other guy that kept calling Gus stereotypically black because he knows how to pick locks?
No, Kevin Sorbos was the bounty hunter, if you remember that. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
And he was also on what is it? Warrior Princess. What's the fucking name of it? Xena.
Warrior Princess. He was?
Yeah. Apparently.
Oh wait, is he, what's his face?
What's his name? I'll show you a photo of him. But I believe he's from that. So let me just
Or is he oh my god. I know what you're talking about. Conan the Barbarian?
He might be. Oh, Sorbo, not Sorbo. Sorry. Let me put it. What is it?
That sounded exactly the same.
What is it? Oh, he was Hercules in Hercules. Captain Dylan Hunt in Andromeda.
Ah.
Was he not in fucking?
No, but
no, I guess not.
Hercules, it looks exactly the same as Xena Warrior Princess. Plus,
fair.
Hercules is so funny. We gotta watch Hercules at some point.
Yeah.
My brother loves my brother loves the beginning of Hercules, where his wife or somebody's wife gets Hera, the goddess Hera, I think, or somebody just explodes his wife. And then his friends are like, "What happened?" And he's like, "Hera exploded my wife."
That's how it'd be like. It'd just be like that, dude.
And it's like, it's one of the funniest TV scenes I've ever seen. It's just way overacted and horrible.
Interesting.
It's so funny.
Fuck yeah. I will say, coincidentally, that Hercules was
he was the character in Xena.
Yes, yeah, because apparently Xena Warrior Princess was a spinoff of that show.
Yes.
Yeah, which I did not know that.
Yeah.
Interesting, yeah.
No, yeah, it's the same. Like, if you watch them back to back, it's obviously the same universe and same production.
Oh, yeah, and I think that's why I got confused mentally in my head, because image-wise, it's like same shit. But yeah, he's done nothing else. Don't look into him. He's been Hercules.
Yeah.
He was on an episode of Psych.
No, he's a right-wing grifter, right?
Yes, yeah. He's a very, like, he was in God's Not Dead. He's the what's it called? The atheist professor that is.
He is. Huh.
Yeah.
I've never made that connection.
No, yeah, and he's like,
wow. Like all three of those, I always viewed that as three different guys.
Nope, the same guy. Technically, it's wild.
Crazy.
It's crazy to think about. Yeah. He's in it. I didn't realize this because I wasn't paying attention when I was watching the movie. The lead singer of Creed is in this movie, and I'm not joking, he's Frank Sinatra, apparently.
It's fucking awesome. That's fucking awesome.
I didn't even notice.
One of my favorite musicians being other musicians in movies, other than Jack White being an Elvis Presley, Elvis-like in Walk Hard.
That's a movie I should watch at some point. Not for this show. Fuck
for the
that.
Jack White cameo.
For the Jack White cameo, yeah.
He who's the guy that Steven where he's like, wow, and he's got the glasses all weird. The guy, the protagonist of Walk Hard.
John C. Reilly?
Yeah, John C. Reilly. He tells Jack White as Elvis with two women on either side of him walking around drunk as hell, and he tells John C. Reilly he's not a real man or musician.
Oh, that's so good.
It's so fucking
I gotta watch
funny.
that for me.
Really
Again,
good.
for me, I'm not talking about it on a show because it's a good movie.
I love not knowing when Jack White's in something to get spoilered. You know, he's
fair.
going on tour. He's coming to Orlando. I know. And Miami, too. There's 3 dates in
So
Florida.
we have to follow him? Cool, great. Patreon.com, APWSTR. Please get us hashtag, get us to Miami.
I would. If the tickets aren't horrible.
Didn't we do hashtag get APWSTR to Creed? Now we got to do hashtag APWSTR Jack White's.
That one is for real.
That's a real one. That's
that
a real one.
Real.
Yeah. Good news, Jack White's not in this movie.
Damn. Fuck.
Well, good. It's good that he's not in this movie because, do you want him tainted? Do you want him...
I just like it when he pops up.
That's fair. But yeah, Reagan. And I am going to put this in again in the same vein as like God's Not Dead. This is definitely a right wing. I'd
be surprised if it wasn't.
To be fair, yeah. Although apparently there's been movies made on other people, like Nixon, apparently that like are critical of Nixon.
Yeah,
this movie's conceptually, thinking back on it, really funny.
Yeah,
because this movie really bets on you not Googling Ronald Reagan ever.
That's funny.
And just taking everything this movie says at face value. With not even through things like you would learn through like cultural osmosis.
Yeah.
Where like, you know, I think it's common knowledge nowadays of like his reaction to like the AIDS pandemic, like reaction to AIDS in general, like in the 80s was horrible.
Yeah.
Iran Contra, if you know that, which this movie does talk about, which we got to give it credit, I guess, that it did show something bad that the movie's gonna imply he didn't do.
So when you told me that you watched a Reagan movie, I immediately mixed him up with Nixon.
Yeah.
And was Reagan war on drugs or was that Nixon?
I'm going to be honest with you, probably both. But Reagan for sure was also a war on drugs, which weirdly does not come up in this movie.
Oh,
him going war on drugs.
That's so wild.
They don't talk about his involvement in that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah.
This movie also, and I'm thinking about it in hindsight, and I know I'm going to say this, and it's going to make me sound like I'm the sexist here.
No.
The movie inadvertently kind of implies that the reason why Reagan does all the shit he does is because of his wife. Because of Nancy.
She wouldn't stop being the throat goat?
Yeah, it's out of pure jealousy. No.
Yeah.
No, not even like
or
in a weird...
eating metal, which is also my favorite. Have you seen that? That's my favorite meme.
I haven't seen that. What?
It's Nancy Reagan loves to eat metal. I don't know what it is, but it's a meme that's like, Nancy, no, and it's like it's a sheet of metal or something. It's like, I'm my mom. And it's so good, man. I don't know.
That's so funny to think about. Yeah, but like, so in the movie, she's kind of like I don't know how to describe it. Is the Dick Cheney to his George Bush? Weirdly.
Oh.
Because I'm not gonna lie, the way that Reagan's played in this movie, he's a fucking dope. He's just like a fucking...
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on. He always has this like horrible, like big ass smile, shit-eating grin. Like, I don't know what's going on. Which honestly, the reason why I chose movies because I get to just do Reagan impressions for the next hour.
Wow, I don't think there's anything I want to see less than somebody that I love do a Reagan impression for like an hour and a half.
You telling me you don't want me to do a better Reagan impression than Dennis, whatever his name is? I was gonna say
Quaid.
Dennis Quaid in
Is
this
his name?
movie.
It's Dennis Quaid.
I think it's Dennis Quaid.
Jeez.
Yeah. Let me double check because I'm like 90% certain. Yeah, hold on, Dennis.
I feel like for an hour and a half, I'm just gonna be like, oh, you know what I mean? Like it's gonna be that vibe.
It is Dennis Quaid. Yep, father of Jack Quaid. What a small world we live in.
Jack Quaid.
And Jack Quaid has to go home to Dennis Quaid being like, oh, I was in Reagan's son. It's like, yeah, sure, Dad.
Cool, Dad.
Sure.
I'm gonna go on Red Letter Media again.
Yeah, anything to get the fuck out of this house.
Get the fuck out of there.
He still lives at home. We're all suffering. Even nepo babies are. Okay, so he does a horrible. And by horrible, I mean he kind of does a Reagan impression, but like Zach Hadel from Smiling Friends does a better one. Like, there's like a breathiness that I feel like you kind of need to have doing a Reagan that he doesn't have. It's like if Reagan smoked a pack a day. Is kind of, I mean, five extra packs a day.
Yeah.
He sounds like he actually does sound weirdly more like Nixon now that I think about it. Like he said, kind of, yeah. And doesn't help that like I'm gonna get all the big shit out of the way before we even try to talk about plot. Who cares? You can Google him and you can see what happens in Reagan's life. So this is more about the technical aspects. So Dennis Quaid, he's like 60 something in real life.
Yeah.
But he plays Reagan from the age of 20 to his death.
What was he at the time of this movie? 60?
Yeah, like 64 or something. Like
at the time of the movie?
Yeah.
Okay, he plays him from age 20?
Kind of, yeah. Like from at least like a 30-year-old on.
When did this movie come out?
4 years ago.
Okay, so they did like CGI de-aging.
Which I want to talk about because also Jon Voight's in this movie.
Okay.
From National Treasure and nothing else. Don't look into it.
Right.
Jon Voight's also in it, but he also gets the digital de-aging.
Okay.
And it's only these two guys that get digital de-aging. Everyone else looks, and I'm going to be honest here, normal. Everyone else here looks normal.
That's really funny.
Like, there's something, and I don't think digital de-aging is, I mean, no, it's still kind of bad. Like, I remember when they did it for Indiana Jones, and it still kind of looked a little weird.
Yeah.
This one, it looks like consistently using, like, the airbrush tool in Photoshop.
Oh,
and
sheesh.
Apparently that's kind of how they did it.
Oh, okay.
Like they went frame by frame using like the remove blemishes feature to de-age, I assume, both Dennis Quaid and Jon Voight when they're young. And it's so funny how obvious it is because everyone else is just their age throughout the movie.
I guess it's a job.
I mean, yeah.
I'm just thinking if I were the person doing the digital de-aging, going frame, I was my task to put this in Photoshop and
yeah,
clone stamp all the skin together, digitally staple these guys' skin together,
bring them back a couple years,
frame by
40
frame.
years. Yeah,
I don't know, and it ended up being a movie that was horrible and flopped. I don't know what I would do, man.
Yeah.
But it is like I would really just take my paycheck and go home and buy an In-N-Out burger.
Yeah, and just call it a day.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
wild.
I guess so. It is a job. Job's a job, man.
It's just, you
gotta eat.
Yeah.
But so the reason why I want to talk about the digital de-aging is because it is super bad.
Yeah.
Like the way that the digital de-age skin blends in with the face sometimes makes Dennis Quaid look like he doesn't have a chin. Like the shadows are all like it looks like he's being lit, but somehow there's no shadows on his face.
No shadows.
No shadows.
Damn.
No shadows on his shadows. Fuck. No shadows on his face.
Yeah.
And the same goes for Jon Voight.
Right.
Who also they decided to give a digitally de-aged beard to.
Oh, good.
So it just looks like he has a bunch of like,
oh, why would you do
golden
this?
Brown pixels on his face when it's him. Oh, okay.
Why did we not learn anything from the Superman where you put the mustache on the Superman?
We didn't. We did not learn that. Yeah, no.
That's crazy.
And you know what sucks about that too is like, at least with like, at least Superman in that movie, what's his name? Who actually played him?
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill. At least he's like still sexy. Like at least like, you can like you look at him, he's like
really notice it because
just don't look at his lips.
Face.
Just don't look at his lips.
Yeah.
But no, instead we gotta look at Jon Voight with pixels on his face of hairs. Jon Voight also, we get the added benefit of he does like a Russian accent the entire movie.
Oh no,
because he's supposed to be Russian,
right?
And the framing of this movie is crazy. Also, to think like, okay, so this is a I'm gonna be honest, fake biopic of Ronald Reagan.
Yeah.
But it's told through the perspective of a Russian politician in 2001.
Pre or post?
I'm gonna be honest with you, not brought up.
What? Okay.
I mean, well, technically, we can say 9/11's brought up on accident. Tangentially, we can talk about that on accident. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think it was on purpose. I have read the news. I think it was on purpose.
They might have. Yeah. No, it was just an accidental plane crash. All four of them.
Oh yeah. What a horrible accident.
Okay, so Jon Voight, he's a Russian spy, retired.
Yeah.
Like that was the only person in all of the Soviet Union to keep tabs on specifically Ronald Reagan.
Yeah.
Okay, because the movie is very much of the ilk of like communism
is evil,
and also inside of Hollywood,
right?
Where because the McCarthyism that occurred in Hollywood is also tangentially brought up,
right?
But the movie's gonna pretend like it's real, like it was all like
really.
Yes.
Why?
The movie is told from the perspective,
and Dennis Quaid's like, yeah,
I want to be in this.
This will get me more jobs in Hollywood.
For sure, yeah.
Okay, sure.
My son definitely hasn't eclipsed me in my fucking later years.
Yeah.
My son that goes on internet TV shows. Yeah, explain to your internet friends what shit movies I do.
YouTube job, son.
Oh, sure.
Get
yeah,
outta
that's
here.
not real. I'm gonna go and do a Ronald Reagan biopic.
I don't like that liberal show while you're on The Boys.
Yeah,
that Homelander guy seems like a real good fella.
Yeah, I don't know why everyone's so mad at him. Dude, watching The Boys is wrong. Well, I don't know why.
Why are you against this Homelander fella?
I'm trying to.
This is my Dennis Quaid impression.
Yeah, I'm trying to do.
Why are you against?
I'm trying to do an actual Reagan impression where it's like, son, why do you like? Well, son, I don't know why you wouldn't want to like Homelander. He seems like a real nice guy. I'm also going into like George H.W. weirdly,
and you're kind of going into the pedophile from Family Guy,
who's based on Ronald Reagan.
Oh,
so, yeah.
That's what it is.
Hey, Chris. Okay, so Jon Voight is a former KGB, Soviet Union, Russian spy that kept tabs on Ronald Reagan. And he's just telling this youthful Russian, who's actually is Russian, so he's the only Russian in the movie who actually should have a Russian accent. Jon Voight, if last I checked, is not Russian, but he's doing a Russian accent.
It feels like the movie set everybody up to fail. Like, why, if you got a guy doing a fake Russian accent, will you set him up in a scene against a real Russian?
Not just a scene, the entire movie against him.
Jeez.
But Jon Voight kept tabs on Reagan and the what is it? The politicians basically like, why did the motherland fail? Why did communism fail?
Right.
And so Jon Voight's
all because of one guy,
Ronald Reagan. Yeah.
Okay. The hero of the free world.
Yeah.
Quote unquote.
And apparently, which I don't think is true, had the name the Crusader in Russia.
Still not good.
Don't think that's great, Ethan. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not a fan of the Crusades, personally. I think we all learned it was pretty horrible.
Don't Google it. Don't Google it.
Don't Google it. Don't Google it.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a question, and I do want you to answer this in earnest. Where do you think this movie starts in Ronald Reagan's life?
Baby.
No.
Born.
No.
In utero.
No.
Anti-abortion. If she never did that, we would never have Ronald Reagan, and then we would never blah, blah, blah. 30s.
30s? No, actually, no, probably not 30s, yeah. Because you got to be 45 or something when you become president, right?
45.
45 plus, correct, yay.
Yay. No, well, 35 is...
35? Never
35,
mind.
Yeah.
What memorable moment from Reagan's time as president do you think they start off with?
You know, I'm going to be so honest with you. Don't remember a time that he did other than the bad stuff that he did. And I don't know what time
it would have been. What if I told you this movie starts out with this assassination attempts?
Oh, that's baller. Never mind, I'm coming around. That's
so the movie before we even get introduced to the framework that is these Russian guys talking about this, the movie starts out with his assassination attempt, like him walking out of like the hotel after he gave a speech or some whatever bullshit.
Yeah.
And then you just see him get shot.
Hell yeah.
But okay, so the movie really...
And then the rest of the movie was you rewinding it and playing it and rewinding it and playing it. Yeah.
But it's really funny because this movie's so bad and because it doesn't... okay, so I think it's kind of fair to say that most conservatives are creatively bankrupt.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, watch yourself, apparently, because the last time Big Joel did that, everybody kicked up a hissy fit at him. By everybody, I mean conservatives, and we don't listen to those people, so... keep going anyway.
But I mean, if you watch this movie, there's points in that favor because the movie before he gets shot, kind of edits him in a fan cammy way where it has the like speed up, slow down, like as he's walking out, like from the lens of like a camera. Yeah. And then he gets shot and it's completely slow motion for this entire. And also it's really funny because they have what was his name? Hinckley? What's the name of the guy?
John Hinckley.
John Hinckley, whatever his name is. I don't know if this is actually how he shot him, but it looks goofy. And if he did shoot him like this, awesome, weirdly.
Yeah.
It's just him, like
John Hinckley Jr.
We do get the
He's got a guitar.
He's got a guitar, dude. He makes poetry now. Good for him. But so it starts with him shooting him, right? And we get the reaction shot of Reagan getting shot, obviously, but then we get the reverse of, and I'm not joking, Hinckley mid squat, just squatting and holding a gun like this.
Awesome.
Like he's the most inconvenient way I think you would try to kill someone.
Yeah.
And then that's also just in slow motion, just as we slowly walk in on him.
Yeah.
Cinematography is bad in this movie because they consistently use like a GoPro. It feels like that's how wide the angle is.
It would be worse. Like that's pretty bad. I feel like GoPro is GoPro worse than drone or better than drone?
I'm gonna go better than drone.
Because it's like
I think
overplayed.
Drone has gotten more overplayed.
Yeah.
But a GoPro, at least like I get why you would use it.
Yeah.
And I get why you'd use a drone as well.
Yeah.
I do think GoPros, like I see a more like creative application.
Yeah.
When a drone is like, you fly it.
It looks cool.
And it looks cool. And neither one is bad necessarily, but I am like, it's, you know what I mean? Whatever.
Yeah.
It's whatever. But it's definitely not on a GoPro because GoPros look good. So
right, yeah.
But everything, like there's so many times where like there's just shots of like a wall and it's just like curved so inward.
Oh, because
for
of the
no
fish
reason.
eye.
Yeah, it's like fisheye lens.
Yeah.
This movie is a good example of why, if you are on a low budget, just stick to using a tripod because there's so many times where the camera's just unnecessarily moving. Well, it's necessarily moving in the sense of like we have to pretend this movie has some motion going on in it.
Yeah,
because it is just people sitting and talking.
Yeah,
and we're supposed to pretend it's like a thriller.
Sometimes thrillers
sometimes
are
could
people sitting and talking.
I mean, yeah, but then it's like it's still not shaky cam. I feel like if it's sitting and talking, it's like on a smooth like gimbal or something or a slider.
Something. Yeah.
But it did feel like someone's nephew just was holding the camera like this and just calling it a day.
It is wild how much. Because this was post after Trump got. Do you remember when Trump got arrested at the Fulton County
yes
jail? He had to go there and he had his mugshot taken. Everybody was posting like merch and memes of the mugshot, and fucking every conservative grifter was photoshopping their face into Trump's mugshot.
Yeah.
To be like, I stand with Trump. And it was maybe the most horrible series of Photoshop edits I've ever seen in my whole fucking life. And I was losing my fucking mind. I was like, dude, whose fucking nephew is making bank right now, taking horrible selfies that these motherfuckers took in their own house on their fucking iPhones.
And then just
using not even the polygonal tool,
not even the magic select one.
They're using the magic wand and they're not cleaning it up. Is my point. Is they are using it and it's not. They're not increasing the feathering distance. They're not adding a drop shadow. They're not doing nothing.
Even I've at least messed around with the feathering.
That's
goddamn.
what I'm saying. They're like, there's a fucking button that separates the fucking the subject from the background, and they're not even doing that, and they're just posting it on there.
I'm calling it a day.
And calling it another. They're not changing the white balance or any of it, so they're taking it under clearly like yellow lighting and then putting it in a room that's obviously fluorescent lighting.
And blue color temperature,
And you're like, and it baffles my mind how conservatives make art and they just outsource it to the most untalented the most untalented my sister's son's daughter or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which, speaking of
my sister's son's dog is
going to do this. Yeah.
He's so good at Photoshop.
Which, thank you for bringing up Photoshop, because actually I do want to bring up that there's a moment in this movie where I'm assuming due to budgetary constraints, they reuse the same 10 seconds of footage 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
Because there's a scene where like it's all the Russian or the Soviet Union's heads of state like dying repeatedly. So it's the same footage of like the funeral, like the walking down, marching with the casket.
Yeah.
And then it's a bunch of people holding up signs with the dead person on it.
Okay.
But every time it's the exact same footage and just poorly photoshopped the person's face onto the signs.
Yeah.
And it looks so bad because like the footage that they took is obviously from like actual footage, and then it just doesn't have the grain.
It's so wild because like every person that does not interact with this stuff at all, or even is like a passive Photoshop user that doesn't work in anywhere even close to the entertainment industry or movies or anything, which we don't. But I always think about the Conan scrap where you know the one I'm talking about, where the guy is walking and they had to put a sign on the outside of a building, and it's like he walks into and that was the joke, and Conan's like, who made that fucking sign? That sign looks fucking horrible. You can take pride in your work. Why the fuck would you do that?
No pride was here in this work, I'll tell you.
It looks horrible. Absolutely. And like as soon as he sees it, he's like, oh, the sign. And Andy Richter's also sitting there watching it going like, yeah, that's bad. And then he like, not only does Conan fucking eviscerate the motherfucker who made the sign, which is an intern. He goes, well, who made it? And then they point to Dr. Arroyo. If you've seen the guy that does that, he's not actually Dr. Arroyo. He's a comedy writer.
His name is Arroyo, though, I think.
Yeah, his last name is Arroyo. And he points at him and he's like, you made it? And he's like, I okayed it. And he's like, you okayed it? Like, no, you can't. And I think that shit all the time now when I see something horrible on TV or in a movie.
Someone allowed this. Yeah.
It's kind of more your fault. I turn into fucking
it's bad management.
Dr. Robbie yelling at Samira for something that the Ogilvy did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christ, man. Yeah.
This is your fault.
This is your fault somehow.
Listen, we all make mistakes. That's okay. It's your fault that you okayed this.
Jesus. Oh, God.
So true.
Only we could talk about the pit this week, but that's next week.
That's next week, huh?
Fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's a lot of moments like that, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. So anyway, yeah, so after we get the cliffhanger of whether or not Ronald Reagan's going to live or die after this failed assassination attempt.
Yeah.
So, okay, assassination attempt happens. Then we get our opening credits, which also it takes from like 80s Soviet Union, Russia. Like it doesn't look American. It looks like,
right.
What is it? And it's just showing, I don't know if it happens here. There's a lot of times where I guess to save money and to save time afterwards, they just do a bunch of like newspaper articles flying across the screen or whatever.
Awesome.
And it's just telling you all the shit that happened. I don't know if this one, if it's the opening credits ends on a nuke going off. I don't remember. It happens at some point.
Shit.
So, you know, it's like this action-packed biopic we're about to have. Like, who knows what's going to happen?
Whoa.
Don't Google it. Don't Google what happened.
Don't Google what happens.
Or else you're going to get spoiled.
Yeah.
So it's a Russian guy telling, this young up-and-coming Russian politician, like, why communism failed and why the Soviet Union fell, right?
Yeah.
Real quick, I do want to say this because I thought of this earlier. The only person this movie makes me sympathetic towards is Hans Gruber from Die Hard. And the reason why is because this movie takes the American cowboy to such a fucking extreme that it's annoying as fuck.
The villain from Die Hard?
Yes, the villain from Die Hard, Alan Rickman from Die Hard. I'm like, you know what? I would also be annoyed with John McClane, personally. Some fucking asshole says a yippee-ki-yay motherfucker on a walkie-talkie to me. Yeah, I'd probably try to kill him. I'd probably...
Fuck that. I mean, he is like... You put yourself in Hans Gruber's shoes. This is fucking annoying.
He's a
doing
little annoying.
Pranks on me? I'm evil. Shut
now
up.
I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
Fuck you.
Fuck you,
what
dude.
The fuck? Why can nobody... I have all this money, all this power, and none of my henchmen can kill this one guy. A cop. He's just a cop. Why can't I kill him? This is so fucking... This is gonna lead with me being thrown out of a fucking building. Spoiler alert. What the hell?
For a good movie.
Yeah. This is some bullshit. That's
God.
so real.
But okay, sorry. That's off topic
I love Alan
right now.
Rickman so much, dude.
Yeah, man, you fucking rest, dude. Why?
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so he's, Ronald Reagan started off as an actor, right? In liberal Hollywood.
Right.
And the KGB guy just straight up is like, yeah, we tried infiltrating Hollywood.
Okay, cool.
We just tried doing it. And our proof of that is when Reagan's at like a dinner with a bunch of other writers and actors or whatever, or actors. It's like these two other actors being like, guys, like at some point there's totally like the working man's going to actually get mad at us. So we have to keep them in mind. And Ronald Reagan is just Ronald Reagan's treated like a fence-sitting asshole the entire movie. Like he doesn't really make decisions,
which you would think would piss off a conservative too, right?
Yeah, I would think so too, because it kind of just seems like everyone around him is doing stuff and he's just there.
Yeah.
With a horribly de-aged face and goofy smile. I think because like at this point he's met his first wife, right? And like his first wife is a fucking nagging bitch who tells him don't go into politics.
It's not her fault she's not the throat goat.
True. Listen, hey, listen. So if you were a throat goat, we would show you positively.
I'm so sorry you have not experienced the absolute machine of Nancy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christ, man.
Yeah.
So, like, he meets his first wife, and she's very much not like...
Please don't go into politics.
Please don't go into politics. And, like, because at some point he becomes the SAG, like, vice president or something.
Oh.
And then it's like, whenever he does a speech, like, he goes back to his, like, wife. Which also...
Like SAG-AFTRA?
Yes.
So that's...
Screen Actor Guild, yeah.
So this is like if the nanny... Fran Drescher,
yeah.
Became the president of the United States. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is also really funny because you do have to just watch scenes of Reagan being like, man, I'm a fucking clown. Like I have to do a Pabst Blue Ribbon commercial. Like, and then it's like, oh, but one day I'm gonna be president. It's like, well, I don't know about that, but I think one day I'm going to become president, I tell you.
It's crazy looking back and thinking that every president that became the president from a child wanted to be president. That's funny to me.
Yeah. Which this movie...
Because to me, like, if I knew a kid and they were like, I want to become president, which there are some, like, for sure. I think when I was a kid, it was popular to say, I want to become president. I remember even being a kid and being like, fuck that.
Yeah.
The hell?
I do remember it being like, I don't know. Like
I would have bullied them.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel like there's only like one or two people that have been like, I'm going to be the president that actually like was like, well, I'm going to become a lawyer first. And then like, actually had some sort of like plan.
But it's like, it's something where I feel like you don't think about until at some point you're like, I feel like a good president, right?
Yeah.
Is like, I'm going to become a lawyer to help people.
Yeah.
Which is something people do, like defense lawyers or something like that. And it's, well, you know what? I want to help people even more. I want to become a part of my local government.
Yeah.
And then, you do it more and more and more.
And this is definitely like the dream scenario of like you slowly rise through the ranks from the ground up, grassroots to...
It's just funny the nostalgia glasses you put on. Because to me, a kid that says, I want to become president is the kid that shouldn't be president. Why are you at 5 or 2 years old? Why do you already have a hankering for power?
I want to hold the football. I want access
I want access to the nuclear codes. I'm laughing so much I couldn't even get it out of my mouth. The concept of like a 5-year-old walking around and playing with weapons of mass destruction in his mind.
Jesus, man.
I want to close the Strait of Hormuz.
Yay!
Yay! Like, that's fucking crazy. I want to destabilize the global south.
Woo! Oh, Christ.
I want to put out a hit on Che Guevara.
Oh, we'll get to that. I will say, before I forget, the movie does start with like his childhood.
I want to fund the Manhattan Project. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, sorry.
I want to go to the opera. Sorry.
I want to tip over the first domino to the end of humanity. All right, yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Sorry. So, we also get his backstory as a kid where it's like his mom instilled Christian values into him or whatever that means, and his dad was a drunk, whatever that means. And,
awesome. Good shit.
Also, I don't know how this works. I thought that this works differently. So he starts off like he is Christian, right? Like he's Christian from like as a kid, right?
Yeah.
But then he also becomes a born again Christian as like a teenager, I think.
I don't know how that works.
I don't know how that works either.
I'm not going to say that it's wrong.
I don't think it's wrong necessarily either, but it's one of those things where it's like, aren't you already fucking...
I thought you did. How can you do it again?
But it does feel a little bit like, we had to find a way to get Kevin Sorbo in this movie somehow. Let's give him a cameo.
There's probably rules, I think.
There probably is, yeah, but we gotta...
Because if I'm an atheist, right? Because I was a Christian at one point in time. I was an Anglican. And then I was like, nah, I'm an atheist. But I didn't do anything other than just say to me and my friends, I don't believe in God anymore, right?
Yeah.
So what if I went back to church and said, do it? Am I born again? Or is that a different type of thing?
I don't know, because
I did have to go through confirmation. So I did do that.
And were you baptized by chance? Like,
I was baptized as that's like, you asking me that question made my heartbeat increase a little bit. I think the concept
baptized, yes or no?
It's like we're on a first date and your first question is, are you baptized?
Are you or are you not cleaned of your sins?
Are you in or are you out,
devil?
Spider-Man. The devil from a child. No, I was baptized as a kid for sure.
Okay.
And then I was confirmed, which meant I was, the way it was described to me way back when, is now I'm an adult in the eyes of Christians, so now I can sin.
Yes, yeah.
And this is Anglicanism. I don't know if this is the same for everybody else.
There's a million different sects, so I get that's going to get whatever, right?
I don't know. I'm sure there's some where they believe as soon as you're born, you start sinning by existing. So I don't know. But
you're breathing out CO2, kid.
Well, it's like, you turn whatever. So I did that, right? And it became, then all of a sudden now I have all these responsibilities as an adult Christian. From 13 onwards was that.
Yeah.
And then, so now would I have to get confirmed again? Because there were adults in my confirmation class. So were they becoming born again?
I don't know.
I don't actually know. It was all a blur because I did not pay attention in those classes as well. I looked at the clock the whole time I did because it sucked.
Get me the fuck out of here. Fair. So, okay, but the born again thing specifically is because I think he gets rebaptized by Kevin Sorbo as a priest, like out in the lake, being dunked into the water, being brought back up.
I can so easily imagine Kevin Sorbo as a priest. It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
You should not live your life to where somebody can easily imagine you as a priest.
You mean as a... Don't Google it. Don't Google it. Don't Google it.
Don't go to the and search Kevin Sorbo.
Don't watch the movie Spotlight. Don't look up in the year 2001 to 2003. Don't look up the Washington Post from the year 2000. Don't look up the Chicago Tribune or whichever paper it was that outed the a bunch of don't look into
Don't
it.
look at it. Don't open your eyes. When you go to church, don't open your eyes. Walk in and close your eyes and walk out.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. So
we just really don't want to talk about this fucking movie.
Of course I fucking don't.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's how awesome and cool Reagan was as a kid. When he was a teenager, he was
he skateboarded. And he
skateboarded. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, weeds of the devil, but cigs are cool. So,
right.
Especially Chesterfields. Smoke Chesterfield kids at home.
Cut the Reagan movie up with ads for an old cigarette company.
Because he did ads for him, apparently. So whatever.
I see, yeah.
Which is so weird because, like, there's, like, I guess foreshadowing where, like, at some point he's just, like, driving down a road and there's just, like, a big Chesterfield ad behind him where he's talking, I guess, about, like, well, I don't want to work for no commercials now, I think, you know?
It's interesting because you could very easily be like, I don't think we should have. Like, you know, like, I feel like you could easily make a argument for, oh, okay, there are politics in our Hollywood, right? With the KGB trying to make everyone communist via Hollywood.
Yeah.
But also Ronald Reagan's in Hollywood.
Yeah.
So you could make a shitty, easily made centrist argument about, well, maybe none of them should. Maybe the concept of I want to be really big is what drove Reagan to want to be president.
Well, so the movies...
And that's bad, actually.
But that's the thing, though, is like Reagan is presented as like a fence-sitting asshole up until communism's brought up.
And he's like, no.
Fuck
yeah. That.
But that's also after his career has started, weirdly. Like after...
Which I believe.
Yeah.
Knowing... Because my dad was of that time. And he had when he was younger... The only reason that he didn't when he was older is because he became a boat captain for the Coast Guard and met people from like Eastern countries. Like he had an instance, he was racist against Japanese people, and then he met a Japanese person who was a stowaway on his ship, and over like a period of time, I just became like real good buds with him and realized that he had been propagandized to.
Yeah.
And cited that in his life as like the beginning of him questioning what he was fed as a young boy, where his dad was in World War II and was very anti-communist, and he was in the Coast Guard during Vietnam and also had that whole situation going on. So it changed his entire life, and then he grew up being very much like, almost like you would say like a woke scold about all that stuff. Like he was one of those guys where he would be so anti-racist it would kind of get racist a little bit, and then you would have to be like, Dad, stop, hold on,
stop
it, shut up. Look, like he wouldn't let me ask for a fork when we would eat Chinese food. He forced me to learn how to eat with chopsticks.
You're gonna respect this culture, all right? You're gonna
yeah, like
you're gonna respect this Americanized version.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, his heart was in the right place.
But it is like a little...
Like on 5, you know?
Yeah, like, it's calm. It's okay.
I don't know how to use chopsticks yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, okay, where was I?
Sorry, go ahead.
I don't even remember.
But I bet there were centrist assholes that were very easily swayed into conservatism via hating on...
Communism as
the big bad bully.
Which that's, I assume, is basically Reagan's story.
Yeah.
But as a kid, real quick, he was so badass and cool. He was a lifeguard and he saved like 70 people's lives or whatever. Fucking who cares? But also, so like... is
that... I bet you that's normal-ish. For
a
lifeguard.
person that works at it's your fucking job. I'd hope you'd save someone's life.
Well, I bet most of being a lifeguard is sitting around and doing that like scanning thing where they look like robots.
Yeah. True.
But I bet if you're like at the beach and this is the 60s where everyone's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, probably.
You're probably saving a bit.
That's true. That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, a bit more than like your community pool that's only 5 feet deep.
Fair.
But people can die. People can drown in 2 feet of water. So who knows? Yeah.
But okay, so here's how cool he was. He was a lifeguard. He saves people's lives, right?
Yeah.
Awesome, cool, fun, whatever.
Yeah.
He also, the movie makes the point of like the reason why he's so charismatic and so whatever is because he was like an impassioned speaker, like he would speak at the church. Like he became a radio host at some point. The movie didn't need to do this, which is I think is why it's funny to me, where it's like he's a radio host in like the pre-World War II, and he's talking about like German Chancellor Adolf Hitler is saying that he just wants peaceful resolution to this thing, and then like off camera we have to have Reagan be like, yeah, sure, bud. Just I know this Hitler guy's up to no good.
I'm not into Hitler. I'm Ronald Reagan.
Don't worry, guys. Yep. Yeah, I can look.
What a cool guy.
It's almost like I think Hitler's gonna do something bad. But no one's seeing this. If only I were older and president, I could go in and
stop it. I would beat him up with my bare hands.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Then he becomes an actor somehow, meets his first wife through acting or some bullshit.
But she's like, don't do this stupid Fed shit, you idiot.
Yeah, basically, where it's also like, because she has to be a minor villain, it's like, can you stop being so political? If you weren't so political, you'd have won an Oscar by now. And like, you know, which is also really funny to think because at the end of the movie, they have the like photos of people and like where they ended up. And it's like she did go on to win an Oscar after their breakup.
She kind of knew what she was fucking talking about.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, if you focus on your fucking career, maybe, you know, you'd be a better actor.
Do you think she has regrets for not? Sorry. Wow, that was crazy.
Well, apparently not. Because apparently the movie said that she voted for him twice.
No.
I don't know if she went on record on saying that or if the movie just made that up because that'd be really funny.
Maybe it's just the thing where, you know, you're voting in high school for the, you know, the student government association and you just see like a guy that you had in your math class one time.
And it's like, yeah,
sure. Like, I know him. Sure. I'm sure
he probably won't do anything super bad.
I'm sure he won't. He'll be fine as secretary of funds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. So he was on the anti-Hitler train before everyone else. Apparently,
yeah.
He was into it before it was cool.
Yeah.
Becomes an actor. He starts hearing other actors being like, "We gotta look out for the working man," and then he's like, "I don't know about that." And then he becomes leader of a union,
right?
SAG,
right.
Which is a union.
Okay.
But okay.
Wow.
So here's the guy that we're supposed to be rooting for, right?
Yeah.
Ronald Reagan. And he's SAG leader, right? I took notes. Let me just get this right.
Oh.
Sorry. So here's how we know he's a good leader is that he immediately bends the knee to Jack Warner of Warner Bros. Where the Warner brother, Jack, he shows up at the shoot one day. He's like, "Hey, listen, I know you're SAG, right? I got it. We can't have these unions all joined together. It's either all the unions joined together or all the mob runs the union or some shit. I don't know. These communists, we can't. They're gonna have too much power." And again, Ronald Reagan, one of the heads of SAG, is like, well, I don't know about all this politics stuff. So he's like the most fence-sitting guy. It's kind of crazy.
It's really frustrating.
And this is supposed to be a movie for him. But he just looks like a fucking idiot every time he speaks. It's crazy. Like, it's kind of wild how fucking dumb he is portrayed as.
You're so right.
It's really dumb. And then I'm like... Because, like, what is it? There's apparently a very specific type of biography that's about, like, saints specifically that, like, hype them up. And people have compared that type of biography to this movie, which I kind of agree to an extent.
Like, the concept of saints?
Yeah, what is
religion?
It? Hold on. It's called,
or
let me see.
The Saints football team.
A lot of people think this is related to New Orleans, though.
Yeah. I was going to say, I'm biologically programmed because some of my family lived in Louisiana at one point in time, not even me, to go, who dat, when I hear saints. Not who that, who dat.
I saw a fucking hagiography. Hagiography?
Can I read it?
Yeah, you can read it. Here you
go. Hagiography, maybe? Yeah.
That might be it, yeah.
Hagiography from ancient Greek, hagios, and graphia writing is a biography of a saint or an ecclesiastical leader, as well as by extension an adulatory and idealized biography of a preacher, priest, founder, saint, monk, nun, or icon in any of the world's religions. Okay.
So yeah, like an idolized, like
probably I assume it's Hajj because it's like Hagia Sophia.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah,
like a temple.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what people have compared this movie to, and to an extent, yeah, I think so, 100%.
That's crazy.
But then also, I think because the people who made this movie are stupid, they make him look stupid, and so it's like, it's not odd. The messaging, if you have a brain cell, is a little bit like muddy.
Knowing that this is propaganda, if you go through it thinking, well, they're going to mitigate. They're going to downplay all the bad stuff and upplay all the good stuff, right?
Yeah, which they do.
And he's just kind of mid the whole time.
Up until basically president? Yeah.
You could assume that he's essentially just doing bad stuff the whole time.
Yeah.
Because he's just going,
I don't know about that.
Oops. Oops, I slipped on the end the world button. You know what I mean? It's like if Oppenheimer, he never had a moment
where it's
he was just kind of like,
shit.
oh no, it was on accident.
It was on accident.
I'm so sorry, guys. I'm Oppenheimer.
Meanwhile, in reality, they were like, I mean, if this goes wrong, we're gonna destroy the entire atmosphere. There's gonna be a chain reaction.
Yeah. And so he's like, Oppie, what are you doing? I'm sorry, guys. Can we put the bomb back in the case? No, Oppie, I guess we're just gonna have to drop it on Japan. Like, I mean, like.
And then it's just just that reaction image of like him.
Gosh, I didn't intend for that to happen.
Yeah, it's like, the reaction image where it's like him looking down like, oh shit, what did I just do?
Fuck. Yeah. I guess I am become Death Destroyer of Worlds.
Yeah. So yeah, that's like what if Oppenheimer was a better movie, I think is what we're saying. Yeah. No. So
and then people walk out of that and they're like, that's the best movie of the year.
That's so good.
That's gonna win an Oscar.
Little observations I made real quick.
Batman, I guess I killed your parents.
Oopsies.
Sorry.
Okay, little observations. Teenage lifeguard Reagan looks like a dollar store Danny Gonzalez.
Damn.
And
I'm sorry, Danny. That's kind of a diss. That's kind of a hot Danny Gonzalez diss.
And also Jack Warner's actor, who's apparently a real actor, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
Looks like a dollar store Ethan Hawke. So it does kind of feel like they couldn't get Ethan Hawke, so they just got him. They just got this random fuck. Yeah. Okay, so it's somehow the mobs versus Russians. So that's what's happening with the unions in Hollywood.
Do you think that political climate was similar to this political climate where you would go home for Thanksgiving and your uncle would, or your dad or something would be like, they're fighting everybody, and the Russians and the mobs are having like they would describe like a mech, like a Russian mech fighting a mob mech, and you'd be like, this is fantasy, Dad.
Dad, what are you talking about?
That is not what's happening.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It's funny how things change, they stay the same. For sure, in the 50s, they were having the same thing, and because this fucking Reagan movie came out, they had more ammunition back from the...
Right. It's just making shit up to... I mean, that's what propaganda is making shit up to cause people to... I petered out of my thought process, but you all know what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, billionaire Jack Warner tells Reagan he can, quote, make a real difference if he actually uses the power of sex for Jack Warner's benefit. What is it? Oh, they make fun of Reagan because he's an actor with a cause. Real line in the movie. Nothing worse than an actor with a cause, which I think his wife says to him.
Hell yeah.
His bitch first wife who doesn't give a fuck about him.
Well, damn.
So he has 3 kids with his first wife, but the third one dies, I think, the same day. They don't say how, just that dead.
It happens.
Yeah. And apparently that's enough to strain the relationship that they get divorced. And then they also do make a point that like the wife went on to be more famous in Hollywood than he ever was.
So is that like a slander? Like
I don't
she's
know.
a communist because she got famous?
I think so?
This whole McCarthyism communist thing it does eventually fuel the like Hollywood is bought out by big whatever, which is very easily, which is ironic that they have to be like, he says that he's anti-Hitler, but it is a very anti-Semitic thing. It's a very popular anti-Semitic thing that Jewish people run underground Hollywood or banks or something.
Yeah.
That's an anti-Semitic trope, and lots of people very like the slippery slope. I don't think I've ever seen anything as fast as going from there are communists in Hollywood to Jewish people run everything and they're evil. And it's like it is wild. Like, is seeing people fall down that rabbit hole, and it's very easily to be like, no, pretty much no.
Yeah.
Which is why anytime I hear somebody say like, that McCarthyism, it was real. It's like, no, like it existed.
Yeah. No, it happened. But
it happened.
The root causes of it was very much at
ridiculous,
best exaggerated, and at worst made up. Yeah.
What to learn from McCarthyism is kind of like a self-fulfilling biases. That's what you should learn from McCarthyism, is the people investigating it were the ones being like, that's what a commie would say. And then, which is kind of what a lot of these conspiracy theorists end up doing to themselves anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
But no, sorry, but this movie, McCarthyism, is totally real, and thank God they did it. Anyway,
right.
Around this time, and I'm gonna, maybe this isn't good as a reviewer. I sped up the movie to 1.2 times speed to get the fuck over it. I was
gonna say, like, we get, like, what's the goal here? You know what I mean? What are we doing?
He's not even fucking president yet. And I think there was still, this movie's 2.5 hours long, and I think we're at hour 1. Like, he's not even fucking president.
Am I gonna really sit around and listen to the guy that's like, no, you skipped the best part of the Reagan movie? Is right in the middle. Before he's president.
And I'm gonna be honest, I'm really not skipping over that much. There's like little moments, I guess, like after the daughter dies, like he goes to his mom and is like, am I my dad? And she's like, no, you're not. Shut the fuck up. Just because your daughter died, you first think you're your alcoholic father. What are you fucking talking about, dude?
Yeah, what does that mean? Okay.
So he's SAG-AFTRA, he's the head of it, right? So here's how so this is disputed, but the movie has to say how he meets Nancy, the throat goat, Reagan.
Yeah.
Nancy Reagan apparently, because this is around the time where they started having like the blacklist of like, if you're a communist sympathizer, don't work in Hollywood,
right.
Apparently someone with her original name got on the list, so she goes straight to the head of SAG-AFTRA, Ronald Reagan, and is like, hey, can you get me off of this list? And he's like, sure. Hey, you want to go to dinner tonight? Where it's like, oh yeah, we'll sell this over dinner if you want. But no, so like so apparently, because I looked into this, I don't know why. I could have just told.
You were like, bullshit on this.
Yeah, everything else seems totally real. I'm not Googling anything else in this movie.
Yeah.
How did they meet though? Apparently, it is disputed how they met, because there's a chance they've met each other before. And also, when they started dating, they were still pretty open with other people, apparently.
You have to be.
Kind of, yeah.
If you're the throat goat.
Yeah,
Sorry.
A little bit, yeah. I gotta spread the word of how,
I feel like me as a woman, I'm allowed to make Nancy Reagan throat goat jokes. You know what I mean?
I feel that, yeah. I think you're allowed, yeah.
Why is it that only male comedians can make jokes about sex?
You should be allowed to
I should be allowed to make jokes about sex without being like, damn, Sarah, why are you making so many sex jokes?
How dare you? Anyway, so Cowboy President Reagan, there's so many scenes where like you can tell they shot it in one day, because it's like they keep reusing the same 4 places.
Right.
There's like, he keeps riding horses while he tries to figure out what's going on with my life. How am I going to do this as president? How am I going to marry this girl?
I don't know what else you think about while you're riding a horse, honestly.
Yeah. So like they go on a horse date at some point.
What am I going to have for dinner tonight?
Yeah, what am I gonna have for dinner tonight?
Yeah.
Am I gonna go to war? Fucking. So he calls himself damaged goods to Nancy Reagan, and Nancy Reagan's like, I love you even more because of that. Or something. And then we have the awesome he has to kiss a woman while his digitally de-aged face merges into her.
Oh no.
That's fun. So they get married or whatever. Who cares? She's so cool with him being a politician.
She's so
cool. She doesn't give a fuck about the acting bullshit, right?
Yeah.
She doesn't even act anymore after this point. She's just gonna be a housewife to Reagan. And that's a good thing?
Yeah, give up your dreams.
Give up your dreams.
For your man.
Yeah, let your...
Because he could become the president and ruin everybody's lives.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Gotta put the cards on the table at some point, right?
Yeah.
Fucking Christ.
Yeah.
So as his career slowly diminishes, he just becomes like a while he's still like the president of SAG or whatever, vice president, same difference, whatever.
Yeah.
He just goes on a commercial binge where he's just advertising like Jif peanut butter and like a bunch of other bullshit. He goes to Vegas to do a show and he's like a Pabst Blue Ribbon salesman.
Yeah. And he hates it.
And he hates it. He's like, I want to do more than this. So then he's like, oh, you know what? I do want to get into politics. I'm going to become governor of California.
Okay.
And we get the awesome line of like, what is it? He's talking to like, I guess the other Republicans and is like, I want to run for some sort of office. And everyone's like, wait a minute, didn't you're from liberal Hollywood, what's going on with that? And he's like, well, I used to be a New Deal Democrat, but then the party left me. I didn't leave the party left me. That awesome line that outs you as a
fucking flip-flopper piece of shit centrist.
Racist, yeah.
Yeah.
And I want to say that too because the movie never talks about like any of the racism.
Wow. So it was just the Democratic Party was supporting what is it called? Integration and things like that. And then Reagan was like, no,
thank you.
No. Get out of there.
The party left me.
That's interesting because that is probably actually what happened.
So, okay, that's actually a good point you bring that up because I looked this up also. So everyone points to his second term, like when he won in a landslide, right?
Right.
So what happened is a lot of Democrats that did vote for Reagan, like 24% of Democrats did vote for Reagan.
Right.
Most of them were Southern Democrats that were kind of racist, they were
upset about integration.
Yeah, and they were okay with the economy being better if it meant people were thrown under the bus.
Yeah, if they had. Yeah, okay. That's crazy. That's crazy, John.
And what's crazy, too, is the DNC were the ones that sanctioned that study, and then they got those results, and they were like, we got to bury this. We got to fucking bury this.
Well, that makes a lot of sense, because California, there's a lot of, the immigration in California is a big deal, especially back then, too, because that's the whole, they were, I think you could go back, a smarter person, better equipped to look at politics more than I could go back, and I only know this because I've found articles of my grandma who was growing up in California, where her dad was an Italian immigrant, like from Italy, who was pressured, as well as the rest of her family, to get naturalized American citizenry, but refused because that would mean that he wouldn't be an Italian citizen anymore. So, but seeing it's interesting because my grandma always talked about she had darker skin because she's Sicilian, and Sicilians, like her dad and her mom, they all had darker skin,
like olive skin.
Like deep olive skin, and to a point where growing up, she had that. And my cousin Aiden, when he was a baby, he's a very pale white kid. There's a story that she would tell where a woman came up and took Aiden out of my grandma's arms and said, "That's not yours, that's ours."
Jesus,
thinking that my grandma's not white. And And then two just strangers, two black guys came to my grandma's rescue and said, give her back her fucking grandson.
Yeah.
You crazy white woman.
Yeah.
And it was just like an insane thing where my grandma's like, what the fuck?
Jesus,
But she dealt with that a lot. And I found like old high school, because my grandma's very into like writing. She became an English professor. And so in high school, she did a lot of writing and did a lot of like clubs and things. And she was in Hollywood. And I found a fucking like a school photo of her in clubs. Like, you know, you take the school and everybody lined up in the clubs. She was like one of 5 or 3 people that are not absolutely lily white.
Really? Huh.
And I was like, I bet you she dealt with a lot of bullshit. And it's like discrimination for being like Italian. That's crazy to think about. And so I wonder if that is something that's coming into play, because he's a Californian politician and like Californian conservatism. And I wonder if it's still something that exists. Yeah. But I bet you exists because of Arnold Schwarzenegger too. He was a Republican.
Yeah, he ran as a Republican. Yeah, and still is. Yeah.
Governor of California.
Yeah. But yeah, no. So yeah, it's interesting stuff for sure. Yeah. But yeah, so that's, you know, we're jumping ahead. He's still not president yet in the movie.
Jesus Christ.
He's governor right now. He's governor.
Oh my God.
So he becomes governor and he's the best at it or whatever. Yeah. So I don't actually know what he does for California.
Okay.
It really does just seem like
if he did something good for California, they would have put it in, I feel.
Yeah. It really, and inadvertently, it comes across like, oh, becoming a governor was just a stepping stone so he can become president, right? Because he wanted to become president.
Which can't be like a good, like, this is something that I always think about with like a Mike Pence. Remember that fucker?
Yeah.
They hated him. And I mean, like when he was the governor of Illinois, right? They hated him. It was either Illinois or Indiana. I get him confused. But either way, they fucking hated that motherfucker. I think it was Indiana. And because he was just pivoting to the right, like constantly being like anti-LGBTQ. Yeah. And it's not that like Indiana isn't, like they were like, no, you're hurting us. Like it was widely unpopular, but the only reason he got to be vice president was because of how fucking evil he was to his own state. Yeah. What I call the Ron DeSantis effect, where everybody hates this guy. But then a bunch of fucking people vote for him because he's a Republican, even though he does nothing for the state of Florida fucking all. Anyway.
No, sorry. No, it's okay. It's all right. Yeah, it's okay. Sorry. We're going to rush through this because there's only a quarter of a page left of actual important information that matters.
That's not bad.
So, what he gets like a prophecy. Okay, here's why he's like a fucking doofus the entire time, right? As governor of California, he does do one thing, and it's go to a university and tell them to stop your students from protesting.
That's good.
Yeah, and it's awesome. Cool and awesome. But here's the evangelizing of like how cool and awesome Reagan was. So, okay, we have to have a scene where Reagan's walking past like a silent protest, right? And it's like in this hallway, he's walking past
so they're not even bothering
They're
anybody?
not even bothering. They're just looking at him.
Okay.
He's not doing shit. Okay. All right? He's walking past a bunch of students. They're all silent. He opens up the doors, is about to leave this hallway with a bunch of students. He turns around and goes, shh, and then walks away. And then everyone starts laughing. And I'm not even joking. I think some people clap also. I'm going to be honest with you. So every time the movie has an opportunity to
everybody loves this guy, man.
Regardless of what's happening. Like, even if they're against him, they're like, he's funny.
This feels like when people talk about, all right, better get it right because I got it wrong one time and people eviscerated me. Ted Bundy. When people talk about Ted Bundy, they're like, he's so charismatic. And then you look at him and he looks like a fucking goblin. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he does.
And then like you see the interviews with his ex-wives and they're all like, he tried to drown me 5 times. He was a fucking monster. He sucked so bad and I told the police often And they just refused to believe me. And then he just, and this is how it feels. It feels like people that were like alive during the Reagan administration are like, he was just a
wacky guy.
Kind of like how they talk about George W.
Yes.
People are like, I voted for him because I wanted to have a beer with him. And it's like, you're telling me you're stupid.
Yeah, you're telling me you're a fucking idiot.
You're telling me you're dumb. And you don't have the concept. You can't hold a concept that having a beer with somebody doesn't necessarily mean that they're not fucking evil. He doesn't know what he's doing. That doesn't mean he's not evil. And also, like, he's still approving all the shit.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, fucking idiot. Anyway, sorry.
No, it's okay. Yeah.
You knew this would trigger me. This is not my
I'm sorry.
fault.
No, it's my fault. I know. Yeah.
This would trigger the politics ramblings in me.
No, it's okay. It's fine.
I can't wait. For the comments. This is gonna be good.
Anyway, so he wins the second time. Whatever. A bunch of other shit happens. Who cares?
Everybody clapped and
everyone clapped and
Jesus
loves him.
Came
yeah,
down
Jesus came down. He also there's a point where they have a preacher like in his backyard, just being like they're all doing like a prayer circle,
Kevin
and he's
Sorbo.
like, yeah, Kevin Sorbo, a different guy.
Yeah.
A different guy that I think is actually a musician who apparently was also there at the same time. Like, and then the real musician was playing the priest that says this. Yeah.
It's just like a bunch of circle jerk nonsense. Why? Wouldn't it be cool if we had the guy that was there play the guy that was there?
Or a different guy that was there because now he's an old motherfucker and not the spry young musician he was at the time.
And it's like a non-propagandized person, producer, producing this movie would be like, how about we hire a fucking actor?
Yeah. Let's not get a bunch of fucking,
Let's not twist ourselves in knots trying to get the person so that somebody could be like, that's cool. Just get a fucking actor.
Yeah, just get a fucking actor, man.
Yeah.
Dude, can you imagine how bad of actors everyone at the Daily Wire is that none of them are in this movie? Like, they still got, like, Sorbo and shit.
Steven
but,
Crowder's punching the fucking air, dude.
Fucking
punching his fucking pillow.
So, yeah, he wins round 2, and then immediately, like, he gets shot, right?
Yeah.
And also, like, even on the operating table, he's still joking, right?
Yeah.
Like, we have to show him, like, even when he's at his lowest, he's still, like, what a charming guy he is. He can joke while he's about to go under for surgery. Sadly, he lives. So he, yeah. Anyway, also real quick, I'm not even fucking joking. The movie implies that there at least was a plan to maybe shoot Reagan from the KGB. Not necessarily that it was Hinckley.
Oh.
But it kind of does. Weirdly, it's like at some point, like because it's, again, we're framing it as John Voight as a Russian telling the story.
Yeah.
The young politician's like, did we
do that?
And he was like, it was probably on a plan on some piece of paper somewhere, Which sounds like a real response. Which, yeah, I mean, yeah.
Because a lot of these politicians, when they get asked these questions about conspiracies like this, they usually give a middling answer. Like a not a no and not a yes.
Yeah.
It's like when fucking Obama was asked about aliens and he was just kind of like, probably.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, yes! And it's like, no, he meant probably. Kind of what he said.
Yeah.
Was what he meant.
Did you watch the rest of the clip where he's
when he said, yes, probably.
Yeah, probably.
He probably meant probably instead of yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's where he's like, listen, if there's some other being above the fucking United States, yeah, sure. But I didn't see shit. I didn't see.
And then everyone went, sure. Most of the time, yeah, they're saying, I guess. But it's not you want like a yes and here's proof.
Yeah, you want fucking proof. Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe, I don't know.
Okay, so the only thing, because quite honestly, the only win that you can give Reagan is the, like his tearing down the wall speech. Like, that's the one thing that, like, if you're gonna give him a win, is like that speech was impactful, right?
Yeah.
So that's the only thing this movie's gonna worry about for the rest of the fucking movie.
That's hilarious.
Is how he destroyed communism or whatever. Even though if don't Google it. There weren't other reasons why the Soviet Union fell.
Yeah.
It was only because of Reagan. Don't Google it.
Reminds me of when my mom was like, yeah, I don't like George W. Bush, but I liked his speech post 9/11. And it's like, okay,
sure,
and you're from Louisiana.
So there's some things maybe you don't like
maybe
that
like
he did?
Katrina, something to do with Katrina. We'll find her. My favorite joke. Yeah.
Still looking to this day, apparently. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever. There's a point where like they almost go to nuclear war or something. Who cares? Okay. So there's some bad things Reagan did.
But not nearly enough to tarnish this movie, Joshua.
So here's the framing.
This is a movie. You're supposed to clap at the end or whatever.
Exactly, yeah. So here's what happens. Here's how the movie brings up most of the bad shit, right?
The counterpoint.
Yes, this is going to be our counterpoint. Before the second election happens, the John Voight is like, well, there were some people that didn't like him. And I shit you not, like, we're throwing this under the rug of like, I mean, who knows? I mean, whatever. It's like, it literally just has everybody protesting, like everybody.
Just like big X.
Might as well. Because, like, it's
fuck those losers.
Fuck
Hell
those losers.
Yeah. And then it's Ronald Reagan smoking a big fat blunt.
Yeah. Well, the movie might as well have done that. Yeah, the movie might as well have done that where it's like, well, he still won anyway. The movie literally shows the like 90,000 people died of AIDS during this time.
Wow.
And it's never brought up again.
And it goes, but they were gay, so they weren't people.
They don't go that far.
That would have.
It's implied. I mean, what it is.
It would have gotten a chuckle from me.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet that
in a dark
Republicans would be like, that's not really anything, though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So, and I'm not even joking. It's like maybe 20 seconds that they have this.
That's hilarious.
This image, this premiere. What is it? PowerPoint slideshow of people protesting things he's done, but we haven't talked about it all in this movie.
I feel like, okay, and this is fucked up.
Yeah.
I feel like you have to take like an emotional, like an EQ test before you get access to Microsoft PowerPoint. Am I crazy? And I say this as somebody that just quit an Intuit TurboTax job because they made all of the training with ChatGPT. I feel like I love a bullet point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get your hands off of her. She's mine. She's my fucking friend. You're not allowed to touch her if you think women shouldn't have rights.
ChatGPT being like, it's not yours. It's mine.
If you don't have a pulse and you don't think that and you shouldn't, whatever that means in my mind, you're not allowed to use bullet points. I don't like seeing you use her for evil. That's fucked up, man. That's my girl right there. Bullet points. Anyway, sorry.
No, it's okay. It's all right.
Yeah.
20 seconds is dealt with this thing. Also, patreon.com, APWSTR, fuck ChatGPT. We don't use AI in any of our shit. Thumbs up.
We try not to.
Yeah. The best we can.
If it shows up, it's not on purpose.
Exactly, yeah. Okay, so the protests, they do a number on Reagan. It shakes him up for one debate, and then he wins the next debate and wins everything, right?
They have him pretend to care a little bit?
A little bit, just a little bit.
Damn, that's crazy.
So, okay. They do the first round of negotiations about denuclearizing everything.
Yeah.
And Reagan's just like, we're not, no deal. We're leaving.
So they just put a PowerPoint presentation in the middle of the movie?
Pretty much.
I thought we were done. I thought it was and then 90,000 people fucking died of AIDS and that's the end of the movie.
And when I say PowerPoint presentation, I mean it's like the I
know it's not an actual
but
PowerPoint.
It's like in true crime documentaries where it has the
and then they invert the photo and it's and then it's on the old TV on a stand or whatever. Law and Order dun dun. Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
So then they finally have Reagan's finally let's just go talk to the Russians or whatever or the Soviet Union. And so they have they have their negotiations and it ends with Reagan being okay, so here's the thing.
Yeah.
The movie even is a little bit why didn't you fucking do this? it's like they agreed to denuclearize, like slowly take back all their nukes, right?
Yeah.
But the one thing the Soviet Union wants is for him to get rid of this like defensive system that would take down like a counterattack thing,
right? Like a Israel Iron Dome.
Yes, yeah
situation.
So and Reagan's like, no, I'll share it with you, but I'm not taking it down. And the Soviet Union, Gorbachev is like, what the fuck are you? What? Why just take this? This is an easy win. Why aren't you saying yes to this?
Yeah.
And then he's just like looking at his advisor, and the advisor gives a smirk, and he's like, all right, we're leaving. Fuck this. We're gone. I don't care about this, but this is a detail the movie wants you to care about, so I should give it its credit. Reagan kills a goldfish. This is our lesson that we learned from this section. Okay, so he goes. So this is happening in Geneva, whatever, right? So he's staying at like some guy's house. He's staying at an Airbnb.
Not his goldfish. It's not his goldfish.
It's some kid's goldfish.
What the fuck, Reagan?
So Reagan, he's staying at like the Prime Chancellor Fuckface's house or whatever, and the Prime Chancellor
Death Destroyer of goldfish.
Prime Chancellor Fuckface or whatever has a kid that has a goldfish, and he's sleeping in the kid's room, I guess, because the goldfish is in this room, and the kid has left a note that's like, hey, can you feed my goldfish twice a day? That's all you got to do to keep him alive. And I guess Reagan forgot to do that because the fish is dead. The fish is dead when he leaves, but he has to like make a note. He like apologizes to the kid in note form.
Don't give me another fucking fish, dog. What the fuck?
And it is important because, and I'm not fucking joking, this is the device we're gonna use to show that he has Alzheimer's. I'm not fucking joking.
That's awesome. That's fucking awesome.
So, okay. So, he goes back.
I'm sorry, that's awesome.
So crazy. So, okay.
Nobody loved this guy enough that they even noticed until a fish died. That's awesome.
So, okay. So, he goes back to America, and like the Soviets are like, I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do. He has us by the fucking balls, dude. What are we supposed to do? Anyway, a couple years prior, he did a little bit of a illegal act.
Yeah.
So don't Google it. Because why would you?
Why would you Google it?
Iran-Contra.
Right.
Which, I'm gonna be honest, is so big of a thing that it'd be kind of crazy not to mention it in this.
Do they mention it in
this? They
this?
mention it in this.
Okay.
However...
Yeah.
Okay. Who are we gonna blame this on? Multiple choice question.
Okay. Yeah.
Is it A, Ronald Reagan?
Right. Never. That's my boy. That's my king. That's my god
B,
king.
Everybody else.
Could be. Could be. Seems good.
C, George H.W. Bush.
Okay.
D, B, and C.
Listen, I would say B, right? Because technically B includes C.
That is true.
So there is true. However, it's one of those questions where it says at the top in capital letters, choose the most correct answer.
Yeah, so you technically have to put in. It still doesn't
really make sense.
Yeah.
But I will say George H.W. Bush was born to be a scapegoat.
Yes. And here's why.
I only know that from the SNL skits, comedy skits. So I'm gonna go with D.
You're correct. It's
Yay!
D. And here's the thing: they don't explicitly say it's George H.W. Bush.
Right.
However, this is the first time we see him as his vice president.
Can you imagine how hard you would laugh if Will Ferrell walked onto the screen?
Dude, not HW. I'm so sorry.
Oh, W. You mean W?
No, because Will Ferrell was W. Sorry,
the other one. Dana Carvey, I think.
Dana Carvey.
Yeah. Dana Carvey.
All right, so who's okay? Let's rewind.
As the turtle from Master of Disguise.
Yeah. Who's at fault for Iran-Contra? Is it A, Ronald Reagan, B, everyone else, C, Dana Carvey, or D, B and C.
Probably B and C.
Probably it's B and C, yes. Because we are not, I'm shitting you not, we are not introduced to George Bush, the vice president, until this scene. And I mean, like...
Dude, people hated that guy.
Dude, straight up, apparently, because, like, he's introduced with, like, the full lower thirds, like... George Bush, vice president,
fucking evil.
While they're talking about Iran, like doing these arms deals or whatever.
Yeah,
and I think he's the one that says like, "Well, Congress ain't gonna let you do this."
Right.
And so then everyone at the table like side eyes each other, and it's like, "Oh, are we about to do a crime? Oh, are we about to do a crime?" So they might have done a little crime. I don't know. I didn't Google it. You shouldn't Google it.
Nobody Google anything.
No one Google this. So, okay. Here's the movie's explanation for why Ronald Reagan...
Watching this movie is kind of like watching the Olympic gymnastics.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, baby.
Like, oh shit, how is this... How's the 14-year-old that wrote this gonna get out of this one?
I don't fucking know. So, here's what's up.
Yeah.
Ronald Reagan is consistently... So, they're on, like, the Air Force One or whatever, right? It's Reagan and Nancy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Reagan's walking around, and he's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go up there. I'm gonna tell the truth. And Nancy Reagan... Because somehow she also...
That's a horrible idea! Yeah.
But Nancy Reagan is made out to be like the reason why Ronald Reagan is lying about all this is the reason why Ronald Reagan lies because Nancy told him to lie.
There's a lot of things I could say right now.
You could say
I'm not going to say anything. Because I think, you know what? We've made enough jokes today.
I think so.
I'm gonna decide to be respectful.
Yeah, respect them. Let's respect these two assholes. Yeah. Okay. So Ronald Reagan does his speech where it's like, I believed that I came out here 2 days ago and told you guys that we did not trade arms for hostages. My intentions, I believe, were still true, but the evidence tells me it wasn't. And so the movie, John Voight is like, yeah, all you got to do in America is apologize and like you're chill.
That's so wild. That's so weird. I was going to say earlier, like, because I talk to people that are not American. I have friends that are not American. And often, like, my friend just said to me, like, America freaks me out sometimes. And I was like, valid shit.
Valid.
But it's so weird to try to, like, talk about American politics to people not from America, because I'll say it's so complicated that a lot of people in other countries, not that they don't understand it, it's possible to understand.
Oh, for sure, 100%. Yeah.
But like when I learned that people view Americans talk about politics like all the time, and that they like the Electoral College and the way that the shit works is like way overly complicated, it made so much more sense to me. Because it is true.
Yeah.
And I just love it a lot. What it can be boiled down to is essentially like the 3 minutes of hate in 1984 where you just kind of are like, boo! And then you show like good guy or something that they tell you is good guy and they flash green good guy and then you go yay and then they show you another new guy and they put red and it's bad guy and then you go boo and then you do new one. That's all American politics is, especially that's what they wanted you to feel in this movie.
And
then you could walk out and be like, I'm smart.
I watched the smart movie about a president.
I didn't watch Transformers.
I watched Reagan.
I watched Reagan. Look at me. I'm so smart.
I'm super smart.
I'm super smart.
Anyway, I'm not joking. This all happens in the last 30 minutes of the movie.
God, we're in the last 30 minutes of this fucking movie.
He does his stupid fucking tear down the wall speech and everyone claps or whatever.
I mean, yeah. And it's good that the wall came down.
Yeah, fair, whatever, right?
We're not like, that would be a crazy thing.
That's a crazy take, yeah.
APWSTR pro Berlin Wall. No, of course not.
However, the movie correctly, don't Google it, correctly says that the wall coming down was the end of the Cold War and also the end of the Soviet Union.
Right. Well,
don't Google it.
Yeah. Don't Google it. Just
anyway,
take it. Yeah.
So then he's no longer president, right? And he goes, he's retired. And here's how we learned that he's not all good up there.
He's he's fishing in his swimming pool like Al Capone.
That'd be awesome. No, so what happens is no, it's okay. He's coming back from riding horses with I guess his like Secret Service guy or whatever.
Yeah.
His Secret Service guy, and like he goes back, there's just an empty goldfish bowl with water in it, and Reagan, Dennis Quaid's Reagan's just like over it, like leaning over the table it's on, is like, this means something to me. What does this mean to me? And then the secret service guy goes to Nancy and he's like, yeah, so like he doesn't remember what the goldfish is. I lost him for 30 minutes out there while we were riding horses. I don't fucking know what is up with, like, what's he doing? And I don't think he should ride anymore. And Nancy's like, you're not taking that away from him. He loves riding. No. And then he goes and is like, hey, maybe this should be the last time we ride together. And then Reagan's like, okay.
So fucking crazy. Oh my God.
You want to know the craziest part?
Yeah.
Movie's over, I think. I'm not mistaken. I think it just ends on that.
Going to my Alzheimer's grandpa who ruined who ruined America and being like, hey, grandpa, I don't want to talk to you anymore. And him being like, okay.
Yeah, okay. I remember how the movie ends with
That's
them
insane
on their last ride, and I think it's him giving his like announcement to the world that he's been diagnosed with Alzheimer's and he's just gonna live the rest of his life.
God,
there, and then we get during the credits
with movies like this, man.
I don't know.
That's wild.
But that's Reagan.
I watched when I was a kid. We had a red box next to my house, and I went there and I thinking I was into history and stuff. I rented J. Edgar, the movie about J. Edgar Hoover, the guy who created the FBI.
Yeah.
And the main guy was Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
I think because I had seen The Great Gatsby and he did a good job in The Great Gatsby.
He's a good actor. I get it. Yeah.
He's a good actor. He's a shitty guy, but he's a good actor. And he so I watched it and it was similar to this. Fucking horrible. And it similarly ended with like J. Edgar having a stroke and dying, and that's it.
And it ends like Weapons, where it's just
done. It does end like Weapons, kind of.
And it's just that MGMT instrumental in the background,
right?
Yeah,
it's like dead silent. Like the entire movie has like some bullshit music in the background, and then at the end it's just dead silent because he dies from a stroke. And you're like, what the fuck is this
just
fucking
happened.
movie?
Yeah,
and it's like, I will say they did do the whole like they did show that because J. Edgar was at the time they called it a cross-dressing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they did do that. But and also faked Martin Luther King, like put a hit out of Martin Luther King, and also faked Martin Luther King cheating on his wife.
Yeah.
And threatening Coretta Scott King by sending Coretta Scott King a fake sex tape.
Yeah.
Of Martin Luther King doing all that. Which is wild. Those are the two things that I remember, and then also, in the stroke, and also that he would cut chairs, like the feet off of chairs.
Oh yeah.
So that he would be taller than other people.
Fuck yeah.
So it's like kind of like a mixed bag. Like I did come out of it thinking like, damn, this person had troubles.
Yeah.
I don't really know what to think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a mixed bag.
What a land of contrast.
Yeah, what a land of contrast J. Edgar Hoover was.
Apparently.
Yeah.
But no, this movie is like that, but like what if none of the bad stuff happened? And actually all the bad stuff happened were because of other people and his wife telling him to save his ass.
No, they were also like J. Edgar Hoover did all the bad stuff because his mom was abusive. So it's technically also another woman's fault as well.
Always is, baby.
But at
always
least now we have the FBI, which is good.
So what you're saying is it's actually good for women to be bad to men because then you get the FBI.
I will say,
thanks, J. Edgar.
The movie was funny in that in the beginning they did the whole like chalk outlines of dead bodies, and then when they couldn't figure it out because they didn't have like DNA shit, they were just kind of like, oh well,
oopsies. I'm going on break.
And that is funny. I like seeing that because it's funny to see cops be bad at stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't Google anything that happened in this movie, though, because definitely you won't learn that Reagan's a lying son of a bitch that also did a bunch of racist things and also maybe was actively...
really, like, probably the devil incarnate.
And also probably straight up...
Christians are real.
You know what's crazy? The movie, like, at some point, the movie really tries to make the case that, like, Reagan's economy was good.
That's so crazy. Yeah, that would boil me. That would boil my blood.
If I'm not mistaken, didn't he like completely fuck over?
Yes,
I mean, he fucked over everybody.
Reaganomics, yeah.
Yeah, Reaganomics is such a flawed system. And also completely, like, everyone talks about the fucking national debt now. He fucked it up so badly and no one talks about it. It is so funny that, like, this movie really expects you to not Google anything that happens here because they expect you to be a right-wing, like... sycophant.
It is. Yes, absolutely. That's a good word.
And I guess it's just so wild to watch it from the outside in to see what's going on in this bubble.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't know. I think I'm not exempt from being in a bubble. You know what I mean? Like a left-wing bubble.
Yes.
But then you watch every other bubble that, like, you go in there and it's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I mean, and this is something that's hurt over the past couple of years because it felt a little bit like I'm an adult and I'm existing with other adults, and obviously other adults know what they're fucking talking about, right? And then you peek your head and you try to get, more experience outside of where you are because you want to keep growing as an adult. And then you find out that people think that the earth is flat.
Yeah.
And your head explodes that somebody could be that stupid. And then you're like, what? And then you send them like something to read and they're like, I don't read. I can read. I choose not to because that disproves my bubble.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? So I do think a lot of it it's not just get out of your own bubble. I think it is also keep your wits about you and try not to kill yourself.
Yeah.
With how insane shit is because we're living in a time where everything is so insane.
Yeah.
That there are going to be people out there who are literally experiencing a different reality than you.
Yeah.
And it's sometimes I think it is okay to just not
engage.
to not engage and not spend mental fortitude.
Yeah.
Trying to convince them that you're right and they're wrong. Because I mean, I've been around the block, man.
I've seen a thing or twice. Yeah.
Some of them can, and that's awesome, but some of them can't. And you gotta make sure that you wake up every day to at least to tell people that's not what happened.
Yeah.
Because that's what I fear is we have kids, not you and me, but in general, people have kids.
I'd never have kids with you, Josh.
I would never have kids with you, Josh. People have kids and the kids grow up and they learn from, United States funded education, a version of history that isn't true.
Or and then like movies like fucking this where like
grandma, I learned about this, blah, blah, blah. And then you have to say, because you experienced it.
Oh no.
That is not what happened. Who told you? I
was there, yeah.
Yeah. And that's what it is. You have to not let these people off the fucking hook.
Yeah.
Because they will lie and do whatever they want to do some sort of scheme.
Yeah, exactly. To further themselves at any cost.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. This movie's so crazy though, how fucking
it is
deep.
Sounds insane. Yeah. I'm sorry you watched it.
It's so funny talking about it afterwards though. So funny, it was I mean, God, I can't believe they really
like half the jokes I made can't stay in.
Whatever.
Just bleep them. Just bleep them.
Just bleep them. Fuck it. Whatever.
Just bleep out anytime I talk so that when people get mad at me, I know that it's not real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to go to ads?
Yeah, sure.
Welcome to the ad break.
Hello.
Hey, Are you enjoying this podcast so far?
I am, for sure. What about you?
I'm enjoying it too. And if you're enjoying it at home, you better like, comment, subscribe, hit the gosh darn bell, raise 5 stars on Apple and Spotify podcasts. Hype the show and share it. It helps out a lot if you're able to do it. Thank you all very much for supporting. And also, as usual, just listening. Yeah. It helps a lot.
It is awesome.
If you want to go to the extra mile, and if you're able to, and you want to support financially, there's a couple ways to do it. We first off have buymeacoffee.com/APWSTR.
Yes.
This is our warm up for the day of recording.
APWSTR.
So I'm rusty right now.
I like it. I like it.
If you want to send us a little tip, it's $3 a coffee. You can send as many coffees as you like, and you can leave a message as long as it's not racist, homophobic, transphobic,
anything
too much personal.
Bad.
Anything bad, too much personal information, shit like that. Yeah. But yeah, we have a couple coffees this week. Thank you all who gave coffees. Yeah. Riker of all trades bought 5 coffees. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
To the APWSTR entities of whom this concerns.
Yes.
When I enlightened you about the realities of Christmas autism after you were so jovial and jocular about it, I assumed you would atone for your tism sins and endeavor to also recognize this holiday subtype as well.
Of course.
Imagine my surprise when your latest episode came hippity-hopping into my feed, and I listened intently, searching with my bunny ears for the candy-filled egg of Easter autism awareness. But no, like a server finding a $20 bill left as a tip only to find out it's a Christoganda pamphlet. You betrayed me like Judas Priest.
Funny.
You thought I wouldn't remember? That I wouldn't call you out? If you think I'll let this go, you're mad. You've got another thing coming. While I am not affected by Easter autism, my son is, and I take every opportunity to pontificate and admonish the general public, especially autistics, about it. It is my child's cross to bear, and also mine. Since you're not aware, let me remind you that April used to be Eastern Autism Awareness Month before it was common knowledge that Jesus, the carpenter, was not just autistic, but had Easter autism. The Easter Bunny became an icon because Jesus had 137 pet rabbits and a lamb. His favorite safe food were scrambled eggs, and in between work caring for the rabbits and Davis the lamb, he enjoyed painting eggshells using old wine that no one wanted to drink, hence, quote, the blood of Christ. And though
I don't think that's what that is.
Google it, Sarah, right now. You want to fact check this motherfucker?
I mean, I don't think any of this is what it is, but it is funny to think.
That's where your line is? That's where your line is, Sarah?
It's so went against them saying every fucking service, this is the blood of, let's talk about the blood,
of Christ.
Of Christ and the, the flesh of the body of Christ. To just call it old wine when painting eggs because Jesus is autistic is crazy to me. I feel like,
hence the blood of Christ.
It's so wild.
And though no one gives him credit, Jesus was the first one to combine wine and chocolate, sharing it with his also autistic friend Mary Magdalene. But no one talks about these facts anymore, as those being autistic and being the son of God in an Abrahamic religion are completely different things.
Nobody talks about this.
When people find out my son has Easter autism, some pseudo-Christians will spew falsehood like, Jesus loves you in spite of your autism, or if you pray to Jesus, he can help fix your autism. No, Nevaeh, I don't know how to fucking say it. You can't put it.
Fine.
Nevaeh. Jesus loves my son more than he loves you because my son and Jesus are both autistic. Does Jesus need to be fixed or cured? Pontius Pilate thought so and forced him into correctional behavioral crucifixion, parentheses CBC, therapy. Cock and ball torture therapy.
Yeah.
Sorry. I get it. I wouldn't stick around after that either. In the meantime, due to how much this month puts pressure on my son to perform savant-like miracles.
Savant.
In the meantime, due to hear my fucking Christ, I can't. You put too many fucking religious words in. I can't read this shit. Religious words like savant.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
In the meantime, due to how much this month puts pressure on my son to perform savant-like miracles, we're going to vacation to Easter Island, where Easter autism was first discovered.
So true.
There's a lovely cave there with a rollable rock if we need to block out the world and just relax in the stillness. If you atone, perhaps one day you and 10 of your friends can join us and share my son's favorite meal of rye and tuna.
Nice.
Tism hath risen, Riker. Just a disclaimer for anyone else reading. This is satire written by an actual autistic person to a podcast run by two wonderful folks who, again, deserve more than they get. Happy spring to you both, Sarah and Josh. And I hope the new job is wonderful.
Oh, thank you. It wasn't, but thank you.
Yeah, you can talk about that whenever you want to, I suppose. I didn't tell the stream about it, but I'll let you take your time.
New job was TurboTax and AI. They wanted me to use ChatGPT pretty much the entire time. I thought I could get around it and not use it, and no, every call had AI involved. So
you're out.
Fuck Intuit, fuck TurboTax, fuck all Intuit products, TurboTax, MailChimp, Credit Karma, QuickBooks.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Anyway, it's so fucking funny. I think your child has Christianityism. I think... Because you didn't write in about New Year's.
Oh.
You didn't write in about Valentine's Day.
Ooh.
You didn't write in about any of this other. You didn't write in about Martin Luther King Day.
Damn.
You didn't write in about that.
Your silence is fucking deafening, honestly.
It's a bit deafening, yeah. You didn't write in about none of that shit. It's just Christmas and Easter.
And that's it.
Yeah. Right. Didn't write in about Passover.
Also, you mentioned all the other Abrahamic religions, but you didn't do any of the other Abrahamic holidays.
Well, that's my thing. You didn't even go even further. You didn't write in about Ash Wednesday.
That's true.
You didn't write in about every day for Lent. You didn't even write in for fucking Mardi Gras, dude.
Well, yeah, true, yeah. For Lent,
Fat Tuesday, Pancake Tuesday.
What you should have done for Lent is you start off with one coffee, then every day you double the amount of coffee. So 1, 2, 4, 8, etc.
I'm giving up financial security by sending in coffees every day for 40 days.
Yeah.
And I have one day off of Sunday, every week.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's what you should have been doing.
Exactly. You should have been doing that.
But no, I what's so funny though is in our first edition of the podcast which we inevitably cut because we were like, fuck this.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I went on like a 30-minute rant about I did a what grinds my gears.
About
how I hate seeing Jesus everywhere. So I did mention that it was Easter.
And then we forgot to, and then we just didn't talk about when we re-recorded the intro.
Well, no, I thought it was going to be too gauche. Because clearly, I literally was like, I get it, Jesus.
I get it.
Let's get over it.
Yeah.
As you get older, it's every year you got to see Jesus. And I'm an atheist, man. So like... I don't want to be seeing Jesus. Is that crazy?
You want a little bit more.
Everybody's talking about Jesus on Easter.
You want to chill out. Yeah.
Maybe sometimes I want to have a year where I don't think about fucking Jesus twice a year. You know what I mean?
I get that.
I don't want to be thinking about that. It's trauma for me because that one time I thought it was Jesus. Which I wonder how many autists think they're Jesus.
At some point in their lives,
yeah. As this sort of... I do like the lore of these posts being that it's always your son has autism about Christianity holidays, and it's going to turn into your son is literally a martyr Jesus.
Yeah, so the lore.
I do like the satire that it's about autism moms or autism parents.
Yeah.
And how they're insane. I think that's really fucking funny.
But yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I did a whole 30-minute segment where I was like, please, dear God, I don't want to look at Jesus anymore.
And now, yeah.
Stop posting Jesus around Easter.
And now we're atoning for...
If you're not, if you're Christian or whatever, post whatever you want. Really post whatever you want. But I just wish I could have a Jesus toggle on the internet where I don't see Jesus's fucking face.
Jesus block instead of ad block.
If we're not Christian, why are we talking about him a little bit? Know what I mean?
I feel that.
And that's kind of it.
All right, that's fair. But thank you very much for that coffee. Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah.
And Sabrina bought 20 coffees. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Sabrina. And also thank you, Riker. Thank you. Riker. That was very funny. You should work for The Onion.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Riker. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much. It was really good. Yeah, it's like my own personal click hole.
Yeah.
Set to my own personal Jesus. Go ahead.
And we have Sabrina who bought 20 coffees. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sabrina.
That was good.
That was
awesome.
awesome.
That was a third of our electric bill, so we appreciate it.
It was amazing.
That was it helped out a lot. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello. I'm a longtime listener, first time coffee buyer. Hope you all have a great day today.
Oh, thank you.
Also, I would like to ask which Muppet you think each you are and why, and then it's the hearts around the face emoji. Thank you.
I knew this immediately. I did not even have to think about it. I'm Beaker.
You're Beaker?
Meep, meep.
Yeah, you're Beaker.
Meep.
I don't know. I'm Animal.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like I could have said anyone and you would have still been like, yeah.
I think when we do this show, we're the two old guys.
Yes, 100%. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a real hatred for Fozzie Bear types.
Yeah, I don't think I'm a Fozzie Bear type for sure. Maybe am I a Kermit?
No.
No.
You have a real hatred inside of you that Kermit does not have.
Animal.
You love green, which is like the most Kermit part of you.
Motherfucker, I'm literally cosplaying as him right now when we do this show every
Cosplaying
week.
Kermit, listen, I follow the Muppet Joker. There's so much more to do to cosplay Kermit
Then wear green.
than wear green. You have to ruin your life. You have to
That's true.
You have to impregnate your wife and yourself through a Muppet and the Joker. All right.
You know, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, so I'm not. I okay, we're probably the old guys, but I'd go Animal because he's a drummer and I'm a drummer.
Yeah, you do go crazy sometimes.
I go crazy style. Yeah,
Josh does go crazy style. You don't see it, but he's so correct. Yeah.
But no, yeah, I will say I'm excited. Weirdly,
when you're cooking, you're the Swedish chef.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, bork. Racist.
Someone out there making like a fucking the Swedish chef is racist.
Hashtag Muppets Jim Henson is over party. Cancel Jim Henson. Not the company, just the man.
Muppets are over party. I had a trainer once that was like, what do you got? What Muppet do you guys think that I am?
Oh, okay. So this
and we spent like an hour just naming all the Muppets until the guy was obviously like, he was like, duh, Fozzie Bear, cause I love jokes. I
feel like you don't want to be a Fozzie Bear.
I feel like it's okay to want to be Fozzie Bear. It just feels like this guy was also like, I like going to, I'm a different kind of white guy. I like going to Disney World and taking photos of the drinks that I buy.
Okay, yeah.
And posting it to Instagram. I know
exactly that type of guy.
I'm special. I'm a quirked up white boy with the sauce.
Yeah.
I like to get coffees at Disney World, Epcot, and post it on my Instagram.
I like getting coffees at the Pete's coffee stand outside and then get more coffee inside at the Pete's coffee stand at Epcot.
Yeah. And I'm saying I'm not like other girls and that I'm Beaker. Meep, meep.
Meep, meep, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Meep, meep, yeah.
There's motherfuckers that are like, I'm Miss Piggy, I'm Kermit, and they have their own vibe.
Yeah.
But Fozzie Bear's one of them.
Yes.
Where that's that type.
Yeah. And I do think...
And then there are motherfuckers out here that are like, no, I'm Beaker and I'm Animal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was what that song Animal by Pearl Jam was about. And then it was referenced in the Bears.
Yeah, all right. We can move on.
I'm sorry. I'm waking up right now. Sorry. This is our warm-up. But thank you very much for those copies.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
I'm excited for weirdly enough, I am excited real quick on the Muppets topic. I am excited for the Rock and Roller Coaster re-theme from Aerosmith to Muppets.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be, that's fair. But yeah, thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
If you're enjoying the podcast and also you want to support on a monthly and or yearly basis, you can go over to patreon.com/APWSTR.
Meep, meep.
Meep, meep, indeed. So right now we're currently doing a 25% off sale for this week because it's tax season. You spend those tax refunds. Spend it on us, please. And we got $1, $3, $5, and $10 tiers. $1 and $3 tiers, you do get a free week trial, but at $5 and $10 you do not. But you do get your name added at the end of the podcast. But all tiers get access to our Discord, exclusive content. We have ad-free releases, so you don't have to worry about fucking stupid ass ads from YouTube or Spotify or Apple or whatever podcast player you're on. It's easy, streamlined. There's a whole RSS feed there you can add to your Spotify or your podcast app. It's easy integration. So much is on there. Please go check it out. It helps out so much. Patreon is currently our second largest source of income.
Yes.
And if you look, it's publicly available, so you can see exactly how much our second largest source of income is. Yeah. But it helps out a lot. It keeps us stable, and it helps us during the weeks where things like TikTok or YouTube decide to pay out less or pay out late or whatever. So please consider checking it out. We also have merch.
We do have merch.
I have a hat on right now, but we have other things like pillows. We got tote bags. Tote bags are so good. Please.
They're really
so
good. They're really big.
Yeah.
They hold a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but that is at apwstr.dashry.com. Yeah. Or is it dashry.apwstr.com? Down in the description is our link. Yeah. We're currently trying to figure out YouTube integration because they decided all of our products are banned. For
some reason, they said that we need a website, and I don't understand why that would happen. But we'll figure it out.
Yeah. But that'll be down in the description. We also have mutual aid links down in the description if you want to talk about that, Sarah.
Yeah, I stopped my Beaker impression because I realized at some point I will have to talk about mutual aid links, which is a serious topic.
No, and do your Beaker impression while you're talking, everyone.
Do that. Palestine, Congo, Sudan, all those links are down in the description down below. Alligator Alcatraz still open. There's amnesty links down below as well. They're also trying to open up a concentration camp in Lake Nona, which is in our vicinity, and no concentration camps should exist ever. So yeah,
hot take.
There's also anti-ice links in there, like red cards, which teach you your rights when dealing with ice and stuff like that, and it translates your rights from English to various languages. So yeah, and you can print them out, give them to your loved ones. And it's good.
Yeah. Everything's down in the description, including also APWSTR Gaming and my Twitch channel. That's down below. Linktree down there has all of our mutual aid links in there.
We're playing Esoteric Ebb and City Skylines right now.
Yes, we are. Yeah. And everything's down there. Please enjoy the rest of the episode. But until then, Reddit segment.
Reddit.
All right, Reddit time, dude.
You're tired. That made me tired.
I'm waking up, though. I am waking up.
Waking up.
Whoa. I'm waking up.
Something's up my rust.
Okay, all right.
Anyway, okay.
All right, Reddit time. Waking up. Sorry, that was
Sweat my rust. Okay, D&D circle jerk.
Let's go, dude.
My DM kicked a player for no reason.
No reason.
The
bastard.
So my DM started this game a month ago, and we were meant to have our first session on March 15th, and it is now April 12th. We have had a lot of people leave the game after realizing it wasn't 2024 5e, and realizing that the toxic DM expected them to make a character backstory sheet and token. Super unfair. So today our session starts, and the druid, who was here since the game started, well, not started because it has been a month with no play, couldn't make it to the game. They also didn't have a character token made either. Super unfair for the DM to expect one. They had an entire month to make one, and that's not enough time. They need at least 3 months to make one. So the DM said they understood they couldn't make it to the game because of situations out of their control, but they needed to kick them and find a new player because this is a mini game with less than 6 months of play, and they wanted to make the most of their time. I said this was super unfair, and the GM was having a tantrum and being totally unreasonable by expecting them to have a character art ready. I mean, that's just toxic, hateful, and unreasonable. I had just made my backstory for the session an hour before the start of the game, so I feel like this was completely unfair of the GM, so I told them I'm leaving because they are so immature and toxic. Unjerk, this legit happened in my game today. No exaggeration. A little exaggeration.
It's like a little bit of an exaggeration.
Don't tell me there was no exaggeration. Just say for real.
Why would you post it?
You know what I mean?
Why would you post it on Circle Jerk if you're not exaggerating it a little bit?
Most of the words in this post are capitalized with 17 exclamation points. You're exaggerating a little bit, I think.
Listen, even if you posted this on regular D&D, if you copied it and put it on D&D Circle Jerk, I would be like, this didn't happen.
I believe what this person said happened. It's funny to put no exaggeration after.
No exaggeration after you say everyone clapped when I walked out. Everyone loved the fact that I stood up to this toxic DM.
It's a real Reddit moment. Player got kicked for not having character art and flaking the day of our first session, and another player got upset someone got kicked for this. So, okay, that is kind of funny.
Okay.
2 things.
Yes, yeah.
I think, I don't know why people want to play D&D but they don't want to make a character.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
It is.
I mean, it'd be kind of weird if you went to Skyrim and you were like, how do I skip the character creation process?
I'm sure there's some people like, normal guy.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, even
Regular
then, like,
guy.
you are still selecting it, you know what I mean? Like, at least, like, you're...
Yeah, but they're not thinking about it, you know?
Okay, fair.
I do feel like there's a difference in D&D where you have to think about it.
A little bit. Okay, that's fair.
It is, I will say, it is daunting to go through all the selections.
I mean, even on, like,
D&D Beyond.
Yeah, where it literally and I feel like that one does make it easier, like because it does walk through all the steps.
Yeah, you don't have 8 pages. You're not filling out a spreadsheet like you are when you're filling out a character sheet.
Yeah,
like that is a part of it that gets lost. Like if you only make characters on D&D Beyond or Roll20 or something,
and then you bring out the actual physical paper, you're gonna be like, what the fuck?
How do I do this
shit? Yeah,
how do I fill out this stuff? It
is interesting that you do just make it a Google form as opposed to a Google sheet, and people are like, all right, I'm in.
And then it can just populate the sheet. Yeah.
Which, I mean, that is nice. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, but that was your first thing, right?
That was my first thing. I feel duped as a DM that there are other DMs out there expecting their players to provide the art.
That's kind
of awesome, and it made me upset because now I'm like, why am I making all this art
when you fuckers?
The fuck? Why am I being so nice?
You know what? Actually, now that I think about it, that is fair because you are also making all the you're writing out the story.
Yeah,
like you don't necessarily I mean I don't know, like some people I think can do in the writing space, right? Like I feel like some people, if you're making a comic, like there's people that do the fucking writing of it, and then there's people actually doing the illustrations and the tracing or whatever.
Yeah, and you collab on how you want the story to be presented, you know?
Yeah, and then D&D is a collaborative storytelling tool.
Yeah, makes sense.
But instead, no, actually, on second thought, Sarah, even though, listen, I shouldn't have to go into Photoshop and make my little Legend of Zelda, whatever that little fucker's name is, Nori.
Yeah, that's guy.
Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
What was his name? I don't remember his name.
Whatever guy for a Pirates campaign. You actually need to go in
and do it.
Make a
you.
Can you just make a highly detailed drawing of me in a pirate's hat and going arg?
It's just funny because it's something that I've just not had a problem with. So seeing it be a problem in other tables is funny. But I'm not judging, you know what I mean? Like, whatever.
I mean, everyone's gonna have their own preferences of what they want to do and what not to do, you know?
I do think it's wild that people will show up and not do any work and then be like, what the fuck? Why can't I have fun?
I mean, you gotta do the work a little bit, yeah.
What the hell? But then I do think it is like, if people are consistently coming in and leaving, and you want people to stay, maybe figure out what the problem is.
Yeah, there's got to be a middle ground of I think you should be able to make it accessible, but not so also not so accessible that you're drowning yourself with work, right?
Yeah, because at some point it is like the GM has to be like, wait, why are we not playing then?
Yeah.
What's going on then? Why are people consistently not interested?
Yeah.
And I do think it sucks because, and I don't know if it's like people have become more like this over time, but you have to manipulate people into doing what they say they're going to do. You know what I mean? Sometimes, and it's bad.
But
that's not, none of those words have good connotations in the dictionary, but it's also like, I mean, I want to do D&D. Okay, if you go to them and you say up front, okay, here's all the work you need to do. And if you don't do it, you're not, by a deadline, you're not going to do the thing that you want to do. I don't think that is conducive to a lot of, at least, my generation to getting them to work. And you can sit around and whine about it and be like, why the fuck aren't my generation doing anything? And you can feel frustrated. That's valid.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I think we all feel frustrated sometimes when that happens. But I think there are other ways to do it. And I think it is fucked up that it's on other people to try to convince others to do work. But I think there's more to it than a little baby doesn't want to do work. I think it's a lot of shit going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can understand people are going through it right now. A. B. People are busy as fuck right now. And C.
Yes.
D&D is a very intensive game if you want it to be, and a lot of people I think do want it to be intensive. And even then, bare minimum for D&D is still a lot of work.
And I think we're coming from it from a perspective of content creators where we create stuff for people to consume, and constantly what we're thinking of is how do I make something that people will want to consume. We could do this podcast in a way where nobody will listen to it.
As in how we are already doing it. Yeah,
and we do make decisions in ways that are easier for us that make it so that this podcast is not consumable by every single human being on the planet, you know?
What do you mean doing a 5-hour long talk on Ronald Reagan?
That's something that you wanted to do. And so you know that if you want to do it and if you're passionate about it, there's some people in our audience that are going to like it as well.
Yeah.
Is it going to alienate some other people in the audience? For sure.
Probably.
But we're making the choice that that's okay.
Yeah.
Because we believe in what we're talking about.
Yeah.
You know? So there's that. And I think DMing is a sort of a creation of, is a form of creation in that way too.
Yeah.
And it does sound like, and I might be projecting here, if these are a lot of people that are new, it is a little on the DM
to try and like
ease them in.
Yeah.
Don't just say, make this.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's fair to recognize that there is a difficulty curve in D&D
when you begin.
You know, and also another thing too, I think maybe this is just in general. I don't know why this is where my mind went. This is not even related to D&D.
Yeah.
But it's so in After Effects, right?
Right.
Something that I do know, video editing. Something that always, like, our brain recognizes when we see it is when things are very like constant, right? So like if you put on your screen in After Effects, like a point here on the left side of the screen, point on the right side of the screen.
Yeah.
If it goes at a constant rate, it looks unnatural as fuck and it looks ridiculous.
But if it's going from here to here consistently, and then here to here consistently, and then here to here consistently, and then here to here consistently, like a parabola, if you're audio visual.
Yeah, where it slowly starts and accelerates, and then it slowly ends, or even it abruptly ends, but then also bounces back a little bit.
Right. That's true.
But I mean, I don't know. It's interesting that like the principle of why that works is kind of like how everyone operates in general, where it's like it's not I think it's easy for a lot of people to see everything as a linear, like completely linear, but no, in reality there is a little bit of an easy ease, if you will.
Yes, from
that
After
you need
Effects,
to put for everything. But yeah.
Well, and I think the reason that I bring this up is not to dunk on the DM, because I think the DM set their rules and set their boundaries, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But I think the reason why the DM's not having players stick around, I think part of it is, people just don't want to fucking put in the work. Yeah. And that's not the DM's fault. That's not anybody's fault other than the player, you know?
And even then, I don't think it's the player's fault if they realize, actually,
I can't do this. I signed up for it, and now I can't do this.
And also, I'm not as passionate as I thought I was about this.
Yeah. But I do think that you're going to get, it's kind of like you get more flies with honey than with vinegar. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I don't think the DM is being overly mean. I think they're just being a regular DM. And I do think as a DM, the D&D 5e and 5.5e expect the DM to literally do everything.
But that's a little...
It is fucked up.
Yeah.
I think that is... And I think anything that you can do to mitigate burnout on your own end of being a DM, especially if you want to run a campaign that's like gonna last a little bit. Like 6 months is not an insignificant amount of time. That is a bit. That's half a year. Like, I do think
that's a long fucking time.
I know there are some campaigns that go on for years, but like that is a bit. And you're going to spend 6 months on this thing, and you've already spent a bit of time writing it, hopefully. And so, I think you should mitigate the work that you do. And I do think asking for a character portrait is okay. But I think if people are consistently showing up and being like, oh my God, I have to draw, maybe there are clearer expectations of, you can just grab an image from the internet. Don't make your character with AI, but like get a stock image and put it in your thing.
Yeah,
that's all I mean. You know, I think that'll be how you solve this problem. I do think the player that's like the DM is toxic for expecting this. I think that's a bit overkill, and it is funny to
It's not overkill. They weren't exaggerating, Sarah. This literally happened to me, even though I put this on the joking the joking subreddit.
The person, the OP in the circle jerk, was not the person that said
I got him conflated.
DM is toxic. The other
person did. Okay,
and then they left as well. So now it's just like the DM and OP, which is like that. I mean, is it frustrating enough to write a post about it? But I'm just talking about what happened.
Oh, okay,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Fair.
It is funny to think.
Toxic ass motherfuckers when they ask it a Google image search or something.
Yeah. But
toxic ass professors when they tell me I have to go to Google to go on Sheets, and
I don't think it's fair for sure that this is something that exists. But I think it's like if you're in business or if you're a teacher and you are learning how to teach somebody something, like training or something, you have to use this principle of, well, okay, so the first thing that you're going to do is we're going to roll some dice.
Yeah.
Now write down all the numbers that you get on these dice. Okay. Yeah. Drop the lowest number. Okay. That's at 1. Now you're going to do that 4 more times. That in itself is simple thing. Do it again. Do it again.
Yeah.
Do it again. Do it again. Drop the lowest one. And that's like the principle that all of this is based upon.
Yeah.
It's a principle that like game dev is based upon.
I'm gonna be honest with you, principle that like most things are based on.
The creation of the fucking universe, dude. Like, I don't know. It's like everything. So I think that's the way you teach it also.
But more importantly, it's the principle of easy ease and After Effects.
Easy ease and After Effects, yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Interesting, yeah. Solved it.
That was a good fucking solve.
That was a good one, yeah. We're fucking getting into it now, motherfuckers. You laughed at this one, so I'm going to go with this one first. Am I the asshole for keeping my pants on?
Yes! I was hoping. I didn't want to spoil it. I wanted to be like, please, pants one. Please, pants one. Awesome. I can't wait. I can't fucking wait. This one better be good and not sad somehow. These pants, my dead grandpa gave me these pants.
I was at a funeral.
No!
Okay, all right, okay.
I'm trying to have fun at my job,
all
man.
Right, I got you. I'm trying. Fuck, man.
Yeah.
Fuck. The only way I have fun is when you're not having fun. What's the problem?
That is kind of the duality of APWSTR. Yeah.
One person has to be suffering. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's never me. All right.
Yeah.
Am I the asshole for keeping my pants on? This happened a few weeks ago, but we ended up debating it in our group chat again today, so I thought I'd come here for a definitive answer.
I love that there's a debate about pants. That's awesome.
I, 24 male, went on a hike with my friends, all guys around my age. There were 4 of us. We are not experienced hikers, but we are all athletic, so we figured it would be fine. Anyway, one thing we didn't account for was how muddy it would be, and by the time we got back to the car, the bottom half of all of our pants were messes. The friend who drove is very particular about his car and immediately said he did not want us muddying it up. He took off his pants and put them in a bag in the trunk and said he was going to drive home in his boxers to not mess up the car. The other 2 guys followed suit. They looked at me and I said I wasn't comfortable doing that. They said, we're all guys here, but I just said I don't feel comfortable not being dressed. And before you guys say boxers are just like bathing suits, I was wearing boxer briefs, which to me are a lot tighter. They are a lot tighter. Facts.
Okay, yeah.
It was also laundry day, so I didn't really want anyone to see the pair I was wearing. I refused, so of course the car got a little muddy. I offered to pay for cleaning, but my friend said it's not about the money, and I could have saved him time and a headache by just not wearing the muddy pants in the car. Am I the asshole? 2 edits.
Okay.
Edit. The underwear was clean. I don't wear dirty underwear. Just embarrassing.
I'm not
Reddit
even,
got wrong. Are you telling me Reddit?
Not even thinking about that.
Would you believe me if Reddit went
not
like, oh, you're probably a disgusting underwear freak. You're probably wearing dirty.
What the fuck?
Edit 2. Since it's apparently relevant since it was a laundry day, I was wearing Spider-Man boxer briefs that I didn't really want people to see.
It's insanely not about the boxer briefs. For me, someone says, no, I don't want to take my pants off. I say, yeah, that's fine. keep them on.
Are all dudes here?
Now, I was immediately thinking, do we have, let's go get, I'll leave you here. Keep your pants on. I'm going to get in the car. One of us, we're going to go get some bags somehow. I'm going to go pay somebody to go into Publix and get some plastic bags.
Here's the thing about that too, right?
Yeah.
They already have bags.
Okay.
They put their pants in bags already.
In bags, right? Tie the bags over the muddy pants.
Or make that a seat cover.
Right. Put the bags down. Or, you know?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
I think all of this is you're in a situation because you underestimated hiking. Which is, I'm not even mad. I was going to say, like, everybody's the asshole for you're not an asshole for underestimating fucking Mother Nature. That's the concept. That's every human being does that.
I mean, yeah, not necessarily. I feel like going hiking, there's been plenty of times I've gone hiking and it wasn't muddy.
Like, this is more than what I expected.
And sometimes that happens too. Yeah, or it's like, you know.
I mean, I was raised by a freak. And I don't mean my mother this time. I mean my father.
Oh shit.
Who is like a, you know, you have to be prepared for everything kind of guy. And
okay, I get what you mean.
My first thought was, why didn't you pack another pair of pants? And it's like, because you're not experienced hiking.
Yeah, this is your first time. You're a bunch of 20-somethings.
That was my judgmental thought. And then I had to beat myself up by being like, no, it's okay.
To not know that something is going to be a certain way if you've never done it.
Why didn't you check the weather? I don't know. Everybody makes fucking mistakes, Sarah. Jesus Christ. And so then I'm like, well, okay, so I'm in this situation. You can't go back. Your pants are muddy, right? The guy doesn't want to get his car muddy. I'm a little bit like, well, here we are. You could take off your pants. I think it's weird to expect someone in general to take their pants off.
Yeah, just like it's.
I think it's okay to expect someone to keep their fucking pants on regardless.
Can I be honest too? I think about it more than I think about it. It's also a little weird to immediately be like, well,
pants off.
Pants off.
Yeah. Like, is it okay with everyone if I take my pants off?
I would ask that first, and then
I really don't want my car to be muddy. Like, you can't. You know, the guy didn't go get his pants muddy, get in your car, and leave your car muddy, and say "fuck you, I'm out." Like, let's be real.
Yeah, that's not what occurred here. Yeah.
Obviously, his intentions are not malicious, and you could say, well, his intentions are not important. I would argue, yes, they are in this case.
In this case, yeah.
Yeah, I do think so, actually. Because he's arguing that he's being disrespectful for the concept of getting mud in his car. And it's like he offered to pay for it. I don't know what else. He just doesn't want to take his fucking pants off. And I think that's
okay to not want to take your pants off.
It's a slippery slope to why is it okay for men to tell other men to take your pants off and we're all men here and that makes it okay? No. If someone doesn't want to do something, let them not do it.
Yeah.
The fuck? What the hell?
And let's be honest here. If you're wearing...
it's about their bodies and their clothes. That's fine. The fuck? Also, like, if we could figure, we could brainstorm, you know? Like, we're 4 men, right?
Yeah. 4 men, 3 without their pants, 1 with their pants on. We're gonna make this work.
Do fucking anything. You know what? We can make a fucking atom bomb. We can figure out how to not get mud on the inside of Derek's car with our pants. You know? Jesus Christ. I think we can tie bags around this guy's feet and pants. Or he can roll up his pants. Why did nobody think of that?
No,
I can
actually
cut my jeans off and I'll buy new jeans later.
Sarah, as we all know, a part of hiking is the mud wrestling portion, when all of us just go in with our full clothes on and just fucking roll around like little pigs. And
go to the grocery store, hail down a stranger, give them money to go buy some scissors. Maybe the first 5 will pocket the money and leave. But maybe the 6th one will buy scissors and you'll have a story to fucking tell.
Yeah.
Because you're all... Or go home, get a new pair of pants with some scissors, go back, pick him up, cut off his pants, and then tell your story later, 20 years later, when you're all still friends and nobody crossed anybody's boundaries.
Yeah. I think that's fair. Do you think it's surprising that Reddit immediately was like, you must be a dirty little underwear wearer?
Yeah, that just says it's one of those moments where Reddit is sitting in their skid-marked underpants and they're like, I know what you are. I can finally come out and say that I have the shittiest pair of underpants that I've never changed. And it's like, no,
you have.
No. It's like when white people sometimes go online and they say, nobody washes our legs in the shower, right? And then everyone's like, what's wrong with white people? And I'm like, I wash my legs in the shower. Can we all shut up?
Can I be honest with you? I wash pretty much my entire body.
My whole body. Yeah.
It's almost like the entire body is in the shower. Might as well while we're here, you know?
And it drives me insane. Like every once in a while, a celebrity will be like, I don't take showers. I just use baby wipes. And they're like, they feel like they've made some sort of like scientific discovery. And it's like, yeah, but the discovery is a new bacteria is living on your fucking body.
And yeah, you're going to start the next plague. Like,
yeah. Take a shower. Everybody needs to take a shower. I hate showers. People have made TikTok videos about how I'm autistic because I've said before I get overstimulated by showers and I hate taking them. And they're valid because it's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Showers can be a lot. I get it.
I'm autistic and I am overstimulated by showers. But you do have to take them. You do have to take them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. Hygiene is important.
Can I be honest with you about something real quick?
Yeah. You wouldn't take your pants off, man.
I wouldn't take my pants off. What guys are going hiking wearing boxers? That shit's too loose.
Mm.
I'm sorry.
I don't know any about that. I don't know nothing about that. So I don't know. I'm just
listen. I'm not saying boxer briefs are better. I'm just saying that
You're
feel
a boxer
like
brief guy.
I'm a boxer brief guy, which is also why I try not to take my pants off out in public because you can see that print.
Yeah, it's dick print. Maybe the guy doesn't want you to look at his fucking hog. I feel like that's valid.
I don't want everyone else being embarrassed about how fucking huge I am.
Exactly. Josh is a huge penis, and he doesn't want everyone gazing upon it. That's valid. If you were a guy that wanted to walk around and show off your huge hunkin' hog, I think that also valid.
You guys let me know down in the comments if you want me to start showing off my massive hog on the show. But no, I don't know. It's just like, again, I'm missing the forest for the trees here. Like, there's athletic underwear you're supposed to use when you go.
Right.
Boxer briefs are the best kind, obviously, whatever. And everyone can fight me on that.
Right.
Boxers are so, like, I mean, you're wearing pants over them? I'm sorry. I don't know how the fuck people do that.
It's I get that feeling of like a loose, like, you know, when I was a kid.
Just a loose collection of cloth.
Right. It's when I was in Atlanta and I was in elementary school and it would get, you know, we'd have to go out for recess, right? Or something. I'm digging deep. The sensory hell of I'm wearing a long sleeved shirt.
Yeah.
And I have to put on my 90s windbreaker jacket to go outside to have fun with my friends and zip it up. Now I had to do the thing where you're like, you hold it and then you hope to God.
Yeah, that it's all gonna fucking
stay where the fuck it is, because otherwise you're like mushing a tube through another tube.
Yeah, and it's annoying as fuck.
Annoying as hell with a cylinder underneath.
Yeah.
And it sucks because then the fabric is bunching up against the other fabric. Sucks ass. Hate that. I can't imagine doing that every day.
Shit, man.
With boxers and pants.
Yeah,
I've never thought about that before too in my life.
Yeah. But yeah, solved it, man.
Solved it. I think there's a lot of other things that could have happened. I do think it is weird how men pressure each other to take off their pants.
Take those pants off, dude. Sorry, I'm thinking of the Nirvana, the band, the show, when they make their Operation Avalanche.
Yeah.
Avalanche, and it's Jay being like, take those pants off. Well, why? What does that do with secret of math?
It is kind of funny.
What does that have to do with getting the best grade?
What does that have to do with getting the best grade? But no, it is fucked up, man. Like, I remember too, like, I don't know why, and it is more commonplace, like getting in a pool. I don't have swim trunks. Just wear your boxer briefs. No,
I'm good.
I don't want to.
Those weren't made for
this. I don't want to get my underwear wet.
How am I gonna get home?
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to have a wet undies when I go home. This is fucked up, man. I agree. I agree.
I don't know. I think it's weird.
It is weird. I feel like dudes have been like, because I remember like being in middle school or even in high school. I didn't have to do this because I faked doing PE online. But like going to the locker room and like,
I don't like that.
Everyone just had to like be out in the open, like fucking.
Yeah, I feel like if you were born into this world and you want to be a never nude, you should be allowed.
I agree.
I think that's fine.
That's fair. Dude, can I tell you the story? Dude, this is how fucked up dudes are, especially, man.
Yeah.
Fucking, in middle school, we actually did have showers, right? That no one ever used.
Yeah.
Until one day, one person used it, and everyone, like, was just crowding around the shower to watch this guy take a shower.
Yeah.
And it's so weird.
It's interesting, too, because I hear a lot, like, a lot of dudes will talk about, like, an experience like that in middle school or high school, and they'll talk about it like it's a funny joke, you know?
No, that shit was weird when that happened. I was like, what? Why are you all over? Everyone.
Then you'll meet somebody that was sexually assaulted.
Yeah, and it's like...
not to damper everyone's mood about the pants story, but like, you know, they'll talk. Somebody will, a dude will be sexually assaulted, you know, by a like a school colleague or something.
Yeah,
and it's those moments, exactly those moments.
Yeah,
and it's like, yeah, no, that's wrong.
Shit, man. Yeah,
yes, that's wrong.
Stop, dude. Don't do that.
Don't do that. Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, no, fucking you should be allowed to keep your pants on.
If anybody says, I would rather keep my pants on, can we figure something else out so I don't get mud in your car?
No, you should say, stop being such a fucking pussy. Show us that dick, bro. Come on. Show us that hog. Show us that fucking heckin' chonker you got underneath your pants.
If they stop inviting you out to the all jeans hiking club,
the all jeans
because
RFK
of this, where we don't check the weather app and we don't prepare for anything, and we all take our pants off afterwards, I think you're fine. I think you're good.
Listen, I'm totally okay with all that RFK has done, but the fact that he made wearing jeans while working out gauche is pretty fucked up, and I'm not okay with that.
Josh is upset.
I'm an all jeanser, dude.
He does love working out in jeans. It's so true.
Who doesn't love wearing jeans?
Lots of people. Me.
I love jeans.
This is r/vent. The internet is slowly being ruined by illiteracy. True.
More at 11? Or, yeah, dude, water wet while we're here?
I want to know the age of this person. It is funny.
Okay.
I started noticing around 2021.
You're young. I'm sorry. Listen, it's not your fault that I'm laughing at the idea of a young person finally realizing.
I don't know why in my mind everyone that uses r/van is 55, which makes this really funny. They opened their eyes.
They got there, yeah. This is actually my grandma.
Like 5
my
years
grandma
ago.
finally got internet around this time. Yeah. So
people were mixing up their there, and theirs in 2021, starting in 2021, which I can tolerate, honestly. I've noticed...
No, you can't. You're already complaining about it, so fucking...
I've noticed peers doing the same thing since second grade, but that's the problem. It shouldn't be a thing after second grade. Now it's you are, and your. So like, you're and your.
Yeah.
And I've even seen people use R instead of our. And on top of that, it's all become much more frequent. On almost any post I see on any platform, many people just don't know how to spell.
You're just learning this?
I know, right? It's not
Can
just...
I be honest, though? Yeah. I feel like I've been seeing more of it recently, weirdly. But we can talk about that in a second. But I mean, yeah.
It's not just words with homophones either. It's all kinds of words. I wish I could think of actual examples. It seems like no one cares anymore, or they're too stupid to. I know internet slang is a thing too, like you, are, lol, etc. I get it. The internet isn't a professional space, but when you spend so much time on the internet that your lack of care leads into the real world, what will you stop caring about after basic spelling?
What will you stand for?
Start marrying dogs.
They, THEIR, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this is interesting to me because I grew up in a writing high school. I went to a writing high school.
Yeah.
I don't. Before we even get to the issue of this has been going on since way before 2021.
Yeah, I do think that's really
whatever.
funny.
It's fucking okay, you 17-year-old. You just realized.
My sweet summer child, yeah.
You sweet summer child, how vain you will live. Vain, VEIN. Fucking
Yeah.
It's interesting because like I remember like almost like dogma style, as in the sense of like you got to be able to spell everything correctly, right?
Grammar Nazis,
right?
Well,
like those, and I think they're still around.
But we don't call. I mean, they're real Nazis.
There's real Nazis now.
So
if
we're calling someone a grammar Nazi, it's like you're missing the forest for the trees a little bit.
Yeah. Like there's bigger fish to fry here. But I think it's interesting because
they're bigger trees to fry, to mix our metaphors.
Yeah, there you go. There's bigger fish to tree.
Bigger fish to forest.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think that there's a. Do I get mildly annoyed when I see someone use the wrong version of those?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I do. Am I gonna go out of my way to say that everyone on the internet's a fucking moron except for me?
Yeah,
I don't
but for
think
a different reason, for sure.
Yeah, but yeah,
I think
not for that.
Absolutely, but for other reasons.
Like, oh god, dude, this is a thing that I've had since fucking in a journalism class in high school.
Yeah,
someone was so anal about just the word definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Just the word, which to be fair is a difficult word if you don't spell it that often.
Yeah.
That being said, I still have a like weird stigma about it when I type it in. I always think about it like, God, that person would not shut the fuck up about definitely.
I mean, I think in a writing where you're writing for it to be consumed.
100%. I agree with that. And
like
I think
a newspaper or like you're making a product. I think that's different than just like posting on a forum or making a comment.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
And I agree with that. And I think that's my thing is like, I feel like I've slowly had to learn to turn off that part of my brain into casual. I mean, what is the, why is the angle here also, what are you going to care about if you don't care about getting your words right every time?
I think it's worth, I think, this is one of those things where, of course, there's nuance in the real. If you exist in the real world mostly, and then you go on the internet for an hour to 2 hours later, in a week, you realize this is not a problem. Know what I mean? Like it's a problem. Maybe if people are emailing each other and they're fucking up there in a professional setting.
Yeah.
Or like you're turning in, you're a student and you're turning in essays that are horribly misspelled. That's a problem.
Yeah.
But I think. I mean, and I do think it's important to spell things correctly in your life and to practice good spelling. I mean, and
it's important to be
things like that.
Educated. I agree. Yeah.
Well, it's a spelling thing and a grammar thing, and it's a skill. And if you don't keep it up, then you could lose it. For sure.
Yeah, I agree.
I think so for sure. But I do think like, I guess my thing is I started being like, because I was like that too. I had a friend that would write a lot, and they would say they would not respond if you texted them
with any sort of
improper grammar. They just wouldn't do it. And then people would go up to them and be like, why did you ghost me? And then they would be like, I couldn't understand what you were saying.
I'm so happy I've never become that personally.
Yeah. Well, it's a phase, and I don't think they did it for like longer than 2 or 3 months because then nobody texted them anymore. But it was like, that's something where you can take it the internet takes things to such extremes both ways. Where it's like, I don't, fuck spelling. You don't need it. No, you do need it. You do need
spelling, yeah.
Yeah.
If anyone incorrectly spells something even once, you should be able to disown them and ghost them and block them. You should shoot them in the face. Yeah, you should take them out. Yeah. No. Can
I
be honest with you, though? There was a point when I was a teenager where I think looking back in hindsight, this is why I did it. I felt better than other people if in text I would actually write out complete sentences and use punctuation.
Right. Yeah.
But that's the thing, right? Is I can recognize that as a like weird, selfish, like, oh, I'm better than you for typing out.
Right.
When all my peers, all my 16-year-old peers, and I'm a 15-year-old, and I can actually write out sentences. Yeah.
Do you think that's why people will like think that if you write with a period, it's condescending?
Probably. Which, to be honest, I also tried to not use periods that often. I always go to exclamation points now because I don't want to write a period because I feel like if I see a period, I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
Especially in professional like emails and stuff where
it's hard where you have to put a period.
I want them to know that I'm friendly, so everything has like 17 exclamation points.
God, I had a friend in college making fun of that, like in a group chat that I was in.
Fuck you. That's everybody though.
Yeah, where I just kept on being like, oh yeah, sure, let's make sure we do this on Wednesday. And then he was like, I'm Josh. I put out exclamation points up against everything.
If you did that to me, I'd be like, pow.
Yeah, no.
Like, fuck you.
And then he would go on to help a lady cheat. So
fuck that guy.
He's
just jealous of your talent. He was coasting off your talent anyway.
But yeah, fucking
dick. Anyway, what a fucking little fucker.
What an asshole.
What another reason to hate that guy. Holy shit.
But no,
if you zoom in on my face when you said that, I had a visceral reaction. Yeah. I literally looked at you and I went, wow. Yeah, that guy was a fucking snake.
Fucking loser.
Jesus.
But no, yeah.
I don't know.
There's a middle ground here.
There's a middle ground.
I think this guy's going a little too far.
And it is funny that it's only since 2021. Like, you're trying to make bad grammar a COVID thing. And I'm like, let's go back to AIM. Know what I mean?
Back to AIM.
I'm waiting on them.
2016. Were you around in 2012? No, you weren't. I wasn't also, but I've seen YouTube videos from 2012 where everyone was like, I've seen Jack's films.
Right.
Listen.
Your Grammar Sucks has something to say about this. And I do think Your Grammar Sucks was a good, funny way of showing. And I do think like the perfect encapsulation of this is rapping versus raping.
Yeah. Yes.
Eminem is the greatest raper of all time. And it is like, I do think it's the most important when you want to say something and it takes you out of the sentence.
I agree. I do agree with that.
However, also, English is fucking hard and it is not everybody's first language.
Yeah.
Which is something that that's how I stopped being like.
I think, that's been a thing that both of us have. Because, I mean, there's definitely been times where, like, we've shat completely on someone for how they wrote, and then people afterwards be like, well,
that's xenophobic, yeah.
And it's like, I get it to an extent, too, I think. Because I am like, I think people that learn English.
Before this podcast, it was something that I was like, oh, well, yeah, that makes sense. English isn't my first language. Here's the most well-written thing I've ever read in my life.
Which, quite honestly, is more of the reason now I feel like if I don't see, I'm like, oh, you speak English for sure because you've misspelled everything in such an English way.
Yeah.
Actually, it's anti-American of me to point out when someone in English.
Do you think there are other languages, like, in general? I'm joking. But do you think there are, like, elder, Latin or Hispanic people that are, like, they're not writing in perfect Spanish grammar? Fuck you.
Yeah.
The youngins don't know perfect Spanish grammar.
Probably.
I bet. That's funny to me.
We can all unite. This is where the real.
I've noticed since 2021, nobody's using perfect Spanish grammar anymore. I don't know what that is, but it's something, yeah.
And then we can all unite as a younger generation and finally take care of these fucking boomers.
Just let people write.
Generational war.
If you get what they're saying, then you get what they're saying. I do like reading misspelled stuff out loud because I think it's funny.
Yeah.
But I don't mean it as a way of making fun of people's bad spelling. I just like
it. Yeah.
I like and maybe this is sort of like a paring down in an autistic way.
Yeah.
Where I really don't mean any judgment. My mind is pure and my intentions are pure. It is just you meant it one way and then it sounds like another thing, and that's funny.
I agree with that. Yeah.
But I think it's important in the rapping versus raping way.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. I think it's important to be educated in how to say things, and because if we talk, communication's so goddamn important, you know.
But I think in general, like whatever, if you're just yapping with somebody else, who cares?
And they use the letter U instead of the word U. You shouldn't
be sent
bring
to
out the Agent Orange and start going ham.
There you go. Thank you for doing that.
You're welcome. Solved it. r/confessions.
Mm-hmm.
Secret PTO. I'm not editing anything I'm about to do.
Yeah. ...
emoji.
And you're sure this one you ran this through the ChatGPT
I ran
checker?
all of these through the ChatGPT ones.
Because emojis now are ChatGPT.
Really?
Yeah.
I will say, I think it's because of the extra comment. Like, this guy went out of his way to leave a comment.
Yeah.
I'm pretty certain it's all right. Yeah.
Okay.
I did run all of these through the thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Secret PTO ... emoji. I don't keep a lot of secrets from my wife and family as a father of 3 beautiful kids who I love to death. But sometimes, in secret, I'll plan a day when all of my kids will be at school and my wife will be working a full day. I get up early, make breakfast, walk the dogs, take the kids to school, and then tell my wife I'm heading off to work. Right as she's about to leave, I circle the block, go back home, call in sick, and just sleep in on PTO for the entire day. It's honestly some of the happiest days of my life, being able to go back to sleep at like 8:30 in the morning and sleep straight through until about 1 or 2 p.m. It's amazing. It's a secret I'll take to my grave with me, other than go on Reddit. Other than Reddit.com.
Yeah.
My wife has yet to catch on. Now you might be thinking, everybody, Josh, I picked this one. Josh, what's going on?
I'm going to be honest, and I know that there's an edit that makes this guy the asshole, that I'm waiting for it, and I do get it. This sounds like a dream of mine.
Can I be honest with you?
Being alone for a full day is awesome.
I get it.
But I do think, lying is not good. I think she's well within her rights to leave you if she came home and you were just there all day.
Sleeping on the couch, just
eating Cheetos and in your underpants and watching SpongeBob or something. I don't know.
Like, listen, hey, that's the life.
That is the life. That's what I would do, watching Star Trek.
But also, if I came home to that, I'd be like, what the? I thought you were...
I thought you were working. What the hell? Yeah.
So someone asked the question.
Yeah.
Why can't you be honest with your wife about taking the PTO you have earned?
Yeah.
Someone else says, right? I take mental health days a few times a year, too. My husband will take the kids to school for me so I can sleep in.
Yeah.
His schedule is later than mine, which is why I normally do it.
Right.
Why the secrecy? OP. Because I don't want to be asked to do shit. I want to sleep in like a teenager again. Okay? I don't want to mow the grass. I don't want to wash the dishes. I don't want to have to clean up or do anything else.
Okay.
I want to sleep in and rest.
Okay, yeah, you're a dick. Yeah.
See, intention's a pretty big thing in this world, I think.
That's, I mean, obviously, I have to lie because I want to dupe my wife into doing more chores than me.
Even though if I'm home I could do them.
Listen, dude, I think there's a solution to your problem.
Yeah.
Divorce.
I mean, if you're already at this point where you are like...
Do you want to not do anything and you want to sleep in like a teenager? For sure. You can divorce your wife.
Become a podcaster.
No. You can divorce your wife, keep your job, call in sick, and sleep in like a teenager on the days where you call in sick. And you'll just have to see your kids every other weekend. That's the problem.
That is, yeah.
And then she doesn't have to come home and be like, oh, God, I really don't want to vacuum. Can you vacuum? And then you say after...
Taking a day off.
I just worked all day. I really don't want to vacuum. Like, and then inevitably, when she finds this Reddit post and finds out, she's not going to have the cortisol spike of, oh my God, my husband is an immature piece of shit asshole who's been lying to me for however long.
Wait a
this
minute,
has been
you're
going
telling
on.
me I could have also been doing this, but you've decided to just do it for yourself and not let me know, because we could both be doing this, and every once in a while offload a restaurant, like.
Also, like, why can't you just say, like, what's wrong? Why can't you talk to your wife and be like, sometimes I just want to sleep in like a teenager. Is that a problem? And then have her be like, okay, yeah.
That's fair.
Like,
I
why can't she do that? Or if she genuinely is like please, I need this to be done. Why is that a problem? Also, why as a teenager are you not doing chores? Like, that's another thing.
Yeah, what life did you grow up?
I can't imagine being a teenager not having a parent or somebody be like, can you do the fucking dishes at least?
You gotta learn to do the
summer,
dishes.
get a job or do the damn dishes. Like, holy shit.
Can you please do your own clothes, actually? You're gonna move out at some point. You're gonna need to know this skill.
This is like growing up and finding out that kids with like rich parents never expected them to do anything as well. And I'm like, how do you live in a big ass house and you got like 6 kids, right? And they're just running around making TikToks, getting famous on TikTok because you hired like 6 maids to come through your house every day.
Yeah, and just completely, you have the live-in chef and nanny, and
then all summer they're like, I'm a teen like when I first got on TikTok, that was what my TikTok feed was.
Oh, yeah.
Like teen influencers that were running around and jumping on beds and being silly over the summer because it was summertime. And I remember being like, that's what other teens... I was waking up playing GameCube and then doing the dishes right before my parents came home because that's what I was supposed to do. You know what I mean?
Like, yeah, like it's really... It is wild to think of the idea. First of all, I wouldn't want to go back to being a teenager personally.
No.
If I wanted a day off, I want that.
It's fine. Yeah, you want to sleep in. I want a
day off as an adult.
I'm overwhelmed. I just want a day where I don't do anything. Is that okay? Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, there's days I don't want to do shit.
Yeah.
And I think we talk about it.
And what's fucked up too about the secrecy is he's getting it and his wife isn't getting it.
That's my biggest issue here too, is that
she should be allowed to get one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my whole thing, is if you just talked with her about it before you started doing this weird running around,
it would be fine.
I think the crazy part is the little act that you do where it's like you're
I'm
leaving, like, all right, honey, I'm going to work, driving around the block.
Burp.
Dude, just like parking your car on a side street, just like binoculars waiting for your wife to leave.
I mean, yeah, that's why she's well within her rights. Like, I would be like, how do I know you're not cheating on me now?
That is true, yeah, because you've clearly gone all this way to just take a nap.
Yeah. Wait, instead
you're
of
not doing this
me.
for puss.
Like, that's
you're doing
not
this for yourself.
It's just
you weirdo.
for a nap or whatever you're doing. Like, I am pissed. Why can't you just fucking talk to me?
Yeah,
I'm not an enemy. You know?
Yeah, we're supposed to be a partner. We have kids together.
Yeah. Like, I get it. You don't want to do chores. Once again, nobody wants to fucking do chores. I get it, but we both contribute to the household, and you should do some chores.
Yeah.
And I get also sometimes wanting a break from chores.
Oh, yeah.
That's also fine.
It's almost as if when you live with someone else and you're a team, sometimes the other person can actually help you out.
I just don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Yeah.
I just don't get it. And I think, yeah, he's an absolute dick.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Solved it, though.
It's such a, my wife. You know what I mean?
My bitch wife, you know, goes to work and then does the chores on the days that I take off. And then, but I just don't want to.
But I hate her and I can't talk to her.
Can't tell her about it, though, or else she'll, like, divorce me for some reason. I don't know. Am I the asshole parent? This one is a bit of fun. I'm not changing any of the words.
All right. I'm ready for a bit of fun.
Am I the asshole parent? This one is a bit of fun.
I'm excited for a bit of fun. Let's have a little bit of fun. Let's get out of the serious shit for a bit. Yeah.
We have this little argument between my 2 adult sons and me that has been going on for 15 years.
I do hope it's a fun argument, not a boundary breaking, gaslighty situation that you think is fun.
It's a bit of fun.
Okay.
But I'm interested in opinions on a decision I made back then.
Okay.
So 15 years ago, my sons were about 8 and 10. Both had a Nintendo DS console, and both were obsessed with gaming on these consoles.
Yeah.
One day after fighting over a game outcome, there was some kind of physical rumble, and the result was that the younger son broke the older son's console.
Oh. How? Like, Or is it like the part where it broke?
Yeah.
Because there's every Nintendo DS broke like that.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Nah, they fucking body slammed it.
Yeah.
Fucking, yeah. And the result was that the younger son broke the older son's console. It was undisputed that the younger son was responsible. He has always admitted he was responsible too. So as a punishment, I made the younger son give the older son his DS.
Okay.
Harsh? Well, not really. Because he had a birthday 3 to 4 weeks away, and of course he requested a new DS, which he received.
And if it was a newer DS, then he kind of got rewarded, huh? Okay.
I thought that was a great solution, but no. The older son always argues that his brother was punished by getting a new DS. He reckons he should have gotten the new DS, and his brother should have been meant to have the old DS back as a birthday present. This is, of course, a tongue-in-cheek argument, a bit of a family fun.
Right.
But I am curious, was I the asshole parent?
I think it is important to not take this too seriously if everyone involved is okay with it. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
It sounds like one of those arguments where it could trigger deep-seated trauma between siblings, because siblings do have the ability to traumatize their other siblings, and it can be something. But I think I agree that if everyone involved thinks it's funny and thinks it's fine and we've all grown past it, it's okay to be light and funny about that.
Okay, all right.
Okay? All right.
What if the update was like, well, one of them's no longer here?
One of them disowned me because of this. I think, okay, then not everybody agrees. You know what I mean?
Okay. Update. Thanks, guys. My oldest will love your responses. Just to clarify, this was not a purposeful break. They were fighting over the screen and it broke. The younger was trying to see something on the screen and the older didn't want to show him, and it ended up falling onto the tiled floor as they squabbled over it.
And then the piece broke, huh?
A hands-off policy meant the younger was made responsible because it was his brother's console and he should not have been trying to touch it. And by the way, the older one also got a new, better one a few months later at Christmas.
Okay. So it is really just no harm, no foul kind of situation.
Yeah.
I do think it's not really a punishment, huh?
Not really, no.
That's my thing. But also, you gotta stop asking me these questions. Because, this is what would happen to me. Yeah. And we don't need to do this. I don't need to tell you what would happen to me. But my first response is, like, if we have kids and our kid fucks up, I'm going to have an 8-hour, like, Plato's allegory of the cave. Where I lock myself in my room and I have to come to a moral decision of what's okay and what's too much and what's too little.
I'm just imagining, like, in our bedroom, like
Iron
a
Maiden.
whiteboard.
No,
like...
he's 8. He can't be putting in Iron Maiden, Sarah. Jesus Christ. Bring out the family Iron Maiden. Don't do that.
Don't do that,
He
Sarah.
wrote on the walls. He's a kid. He's an artist.
Yeah.
Let him do that. Don't freak out, I'm gonna fucking, and I know we're watching Star Trek, the original series. I'm gonna be Spock where the human me is fighting with the Vulcan me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because my first thought was, take the kid's birthday gift and give it to the older. Let him have his DS, and that's his birthday gift, that he gets to keep something. Which is mean. That's mean.
Yeah.
Right? So he does deserve to get a gift. You already got him the DS, so that's your problem, right?
Yeah.
But then, give the older one his DS, and then you show him that you got him the gift, right, of the new DS, and then keep it for a month. So he has no DS for like 2 months.
And there's still like a punishment of like, hey, what you did was wrong.
Yeah.
Next time, don't do that, and you'll get your DS back.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe just not having a DS for like 3 to 4 weeks. Because that is kind of a long time for, because I thought it was like a full, because my brothers would fight, you know?
Yeah.
So I thought it was like a full like wrestling match fight.
But if it was just like a weird
Or like
accidental.
hey, and then it falls, and it broke like every DS breaks where the screen broke.
Yeah, the
broke
stake
a
is
little
pretty
bit.
low. Yeah.
Not having a DS for 3 to 4 weeks, I do feel like is okay.
Yeah.
That feels like an applicable punishment to me.
Mm.
So I do think like, but I do think it, looking back, it is kind of not really a punishment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe this is the real crux of the issue. This is younger sibling favoritism.
Yes,
Which,
for sure.
Hey, listen, it's worked out for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
However,
same. I recognize that it happened.
I recognize
though.
that it happened for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
We get away with shit.
We get away with so much, dude. Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
But no, fucking.
Yeah.
This is the real crux of it, is the ongoing war of siblings, the youngest and the oldest, and you middle ones have to fucking pick a side.
Can we talk, because this is a youngest sibling podcast, you know what I mean? Because we're both youngest siblings. Can we talk about how whiny they are? Middle and older siblings? Oh my God. Okay. Everything was worse before I showed up. I know, I'm literally God's gift. I understand.
Yeah, I get it. Come on.
You should be thanking me for showing up.
Yeah.
Like,
and I made things easier for you then. Is
I
that
made
what I'm
things
hearing?
easier, so like,
right?
why are you upset? Wait,
I made your parents chill also.
What the fuck is this like, oh, my younger sibling gets all this stuff that I didn't get? What is this fucking I had to pay student loans back and you don't have to kind of argument? Know what I mean? Get over yourself. You're an adult.
Fuck over yourself.
Get over yourself just because I get all the expensive stuff because now our parents are more established in their career than when they had you. Like, it's not my fucking fault. Shit.
Not my fault.
It's not my fault. I'm amazing. Damn.
Solved it.
Solved it. All right. This post is from AntiAI.
Hell yeah.
Disowned for being anti-AI.
Why? By like a parent?
For being anti-AI.
You did just say it. I should be paying attention. You're right.
I hope I use the correct flair. It's my first post here, and I'm kind of, I don't know, numb. English is also my third language, so I apologize for any grammar mistakes, though I suppose those mistakes make us human, unlike Gen AI, cough, cough.
But you better not say they're there.
Yeah, I swear to God. No, and of course, this is all perfect.
Of course,
essentially. Yeah. Basically, I've completed my university studies and have achieved an art degree. Been raised as a single child, but I'm very close with my cousin, who's a professional musician. My dad used to be in a band back in the 90s, and my mom has been writing lyrics to herself. They're both friends with a lot of musicians in the specific genre they tend to like. Around January, my mom started tinkering with the idea to use AI to make quote-unquote music.
Yeah, it's good to put quotes around that, yeah.
She used her own lyrics she wrote, fed it to AI, and got the AI to both make music and to sing. I told her from the start that as an artist, I would not support her doing this, and she decided to ignore me. I sent her countless of articles in our language about how the planet and our water supply is being harmed by AI. She ignored me completely. Around a week before my birthday back in March, she started spamming me with her AI music. We got into a fight, and I wrote her a 1,000-word message with sources about how it's harming the world and artists, and how neither me nor the family support her and my father's endeavors into AI. She blew me off, saying that she's 50 years old and thus, quote-unquote, won't live much longer.
Yeah, as we all know, we all die at 51, so, I mean, we gotta...
Like, I know we're regressing.
I know, yeah. I don't think so, yeah.
Not at that level. And how billionaires produce much more carbon emissions than she ever could. I told her that both things...
Who made the AI? Ma'am, who made the AI?
I told her that both things could coexist at once, and she ignored me. Every time we spoke since, we would fight. She'd bring up her AI music, and I would tell her that she's crossing a boundary I've set, and I didn't want to hear about it. This kept going until roughly a week ago, when she asked me if she could run a drawing I made in 2013 through AI to use as a quote-unquote album cover.
Oh my God.
I told her absolutely not and pointed to my terms of service when it comes to the usage of my art. She blew me off, saying how I'd understand if I ever have kids, how much this quote-unquote hurts her.
Oh my God.
And said that I might as well cut her off if she's quote-unquote so toxic.
Yeah.
I told her I don't want to cut her off and that I love her, but that it hurts me to see her fall into this hole. She hasn't texted me since. I found out through extended family that she used my art without my permission for her album cover, and that her and my dad have cut me off financially.
Oh my God.
Even then, I'm refusing to step down when it comes to being anti-AI, but holy shit, how can a grown adult be this immature? I had to let this out somewhere. Sorry, guys, it's been gnawing on me a lot.
Well, they're not cutting you off financially because now you get to sue the shit out of them for using your shit.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy, though, man.
Yeah, dude.
I think that's what is it? The music ones are also the ones that I find the most like.
It's hard to make music. I get it. But you don't, man. Don't put it into AI.
Yeah, it's like, come on. I don't know, man. I keep getting the ads that I get on TikTok now that are the AI ones are the music ones. And it's some like, you know, like, well, I'm going to call them like a scab, basically, like an AI scab, like someone that actually is playing guitar relatively well, you know, and it's like, but the caption's like before whatever the AI music thing is, and they're just like doing a solo, and it sounds fine. And then it's like then after, and it's like a rockin' fucking, you know, it sounds like shit. And it's like, I don't know, man.
That's the thing, too.
And I think it's just seeing someone that actually clearly does have like probably a talent, like actually playing guitar, shell out for this.
Yeah. I mean, and with music specifically to me, I think that's why I have this extremely strong anti-AI stance. And I say I don't feel like it's extremely strong, but then I keep I keep seeing people that like I once admired, and then seeing them say stuff like, you know, I'm anti-AI, AI is a tool or whatever. I don't agree. I don't agree at all. We can't put it back in the tube or something. And I don't agree. Yeah. I don't know. I just don't. I think you shouldn't use it.
Yeah, and I think the people that are saying that it's a tool, I think are missing the central argument that I feel like we make, which is like the shit that AI is doing should be done by someone, and we should be paying someone to do it, and it should be accessible for people to have translations done for them without having to go through a robot. That's
my take, is that AI should be regulated.
Yeah.
But my opinion is that it should not be used ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with that. Yes.
And my morals prevent me from using it.
Yeah.
I have been in situations where people forced me to use it, and I've had to use it. And I hated it, and it fucked me up. Honestly,
it's
deeply disturbed me using it.
It's so like, I don't know, man. Like you watch an AI generated video, it's still so uncanny. Like I genuinely get shivers. So just how fucking weird it feels.
I just did a job training where we needed money, and I was gonna go do this job, and it was like, okay, we have this training, and the training's AI, and I was like, okay, not liking that, but I like food. And I would like to be paid and have money for food. And I already promised my partner and loved one that I would make money. And so I was like, you know what? I guess I have to. So I went and I used it. I didn't know it was ChatGPT at the time. It was like a rebranded thing.
Yeah.
I was using it, and I was just like disgusted with how overly saccharine the AI was to me. It was like, good job, you do a really good job.
Yeah.
Just change this one little thing and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay. And like how also kind of applicable the advice was at first. And then as I went through the training more to get the job, I was like, oh no, this not only does it suck because it was making mistakes every 2 seconds, but also it was just like the more I was using it, the more it freaked me out that a lot of people use this on a large scale basis, and they would rather go to an inhuman thing that pats them on the back than talk to a human being that just gives them advice.
Yeah, that shoots from the hip and just like will be honest with you.
Yeah. And it is causing human beings, I think, to not be nice to each other because they can just get their niceness from a robot.
Yeah.
As if it's like niceness is too taxing to do, which to me is crazy because I love being nice to strangers and talking to people.
Well, God forbid.
And regardless, I know how horrible everything is, but it's still like your fucking neighbor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree with that. And I will say too, and like on top of that, like, there's always I feel like it's being talked about more and more, but just like the cognitive loss and critical thinking that people have, the more and more they use these chatbots. Like, I don't know. But then also, like, you're telling me about it where like you do one thing in this training that you were doing, and the AI would be like, how about you try this? And then you try the thing, and then it's like, well, why don't you do the first thing you did?
It was customer service for Intuit TurboTax, and through a third party company called Agents Only. And the training, they had short answer things where it's like, here's a customer service call, how would you respond in your own words? I would write the words, and then the AI would respond and score my response. And I was like, filing your taxes can be frustrating. And then the AI responded with, maybe don't use the word frustrating because it has a negative connotation. Use the word challenging, which is valid. When I wrote frustrating, I was thinking maybe that is too harsh of a word. And that is something you have to think about when you do customer service.
Yeah.
What words are neutral in connotation that can de-escalate somebody that's already been through hell?
Yeah.
And that is something that you think about. If, you're a good customer service worker, or you're somebody that isn't burnt out because everybody, you do your job and you solve people's problems. And then your one-on-one is your manager being like, but you didn't say the right word. That can burn people out, believe it or not. And so I was like, yeah, I get it. But this is like, I'm on hour 5 of training. I got to move on to the next one. So I was like, okay, next time I'll use the word challenging. That's what the AI wants me to use. So that's what this company obviously programmed this AI to want to use, I think.
I thought.
So the next time I say that can be challenging, AI goes, maybe acknowledge the customer's frustration. And I was like, oh my God.
I can't win. I can't fucking win, dude.
Well, it's like the AI scoring every call. It's scraping every call. It's doing all of this. All of if I don't know an answer to a question with somebody on the phone, I have to ask AI.
Yeah.
And it's already fucking up in the training. And the trainer is saying things that the AI is saying differently. And there's different shit going on about tax situations. So they're not even getting their information correct. And it's like, and I felt gross ultimately. By the end of it, I felt bad. I felt like I didn't want to continue to interact with it. And I had to, because there was no other way to finish the training to get the job to not use AI. And then I found out OpenAI is
they have a deal, right?
Intuit has like $100 million deal with OpenAI. So that was likely just a reskinned version of ChatGPT. So yeah, that deeply bothered me, and I fucking quit because I was like, fuck it. I don't care how much money this is going to be. I'll find a different job. I believe in myself that I can find a different job. Luckily, I have this podcast and I don't have to do that. And it bothers me the most when you see situations like this where a mother cuts off a daughter because the daughter's anti-AI.
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's your daughter.
Crazy. Yeah. You're choosing a robot over your own family. Like...
Right. And it's like, I've cut off my mom for situations that...
Which valid,
and I think it is valid to cut people off. But I also think it's a big deal. And I've always said this. It is a big deal. You're going to grieve the person that you've cut off.
Yeah.
It's not just willy-nilly. Like everyone critical of cutting people off and going no contact seems to make it seem like Gen Z is just... a hyper-individualistic, cut everybody off, who cares?
When no, actually...
No, I don't agree with that. I think if people are abusing you consistently and you are speaking up for yourself and saying, no, don't do that, and they're not acknowledging your boundaries, I think some of the only things that you can do is separate from them.
Yeah.
And it sucks because sometimes it's even your family. And what sucks even about that is then people are going to judge you for not speaking to your mom as if you are a red flag when you are just a victim of abuse.
Yeah.
And I don't know why people are so hyper judgmental to each other. But the craziest part is they're hyper judgmental to people in their life. And then they'll go to a robot and get a pat on the back and feel like a good person.
Yeah.
And that's wrong. I think it's fucking wrong.
And I think that's another thing, too, is like, I think that's the thing that's like, kind of like, you know, with like right wing MAGA type shit, where it's like the parent themselves is withdrawing themselves from the situation.
Right.
Like, I feel like that's the more like nefarious feeling I have, where it's like we've been advertised this AI is like a gift that does fucking everything. So then you think that someone that's anti-AI is anti you being able to do anything.
Right.
When in reality, that's not the case.
I believe I have the ability to do everything without the assistance of a robot.
And I believe you have the ability to do anything without the assistance of the robot. But for some reason, that's a personal attack on you.
Because you were consistent in saying that you can't do something. When I was a kid and I was learning how to swim, I kept saying, for some reason, I don't remember why, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. I don't want to go in. I was scared. I didn't want to go into the deep end of the water. And my swim instructor told me, I don't like that word can't. You can do it. You're saying you don't want to, but you can do it. And it was important for me. Because it's like, I should have just been like, I'm scared. It's not that I can't do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Shit, man.
And that changes your whole worldview. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And with music especially, it fucking bothers me to a point of like tears, is because you can pick up an instrument. Yeah, you might be bad at it or whatever. Fucking continue to do it. That's what every single musician, other than like Mozart, has done. It's okay if you're not Mozart.
Just get FL Studio, man.
Just fucking do it. Josh is an amazing...
Wait, I wasn't fishing for that.
I don't care. You are an amazing composer. Like, it's amazing. What you write is awesome. It's you have an ear for melody, and it's like you just pick it up. And it's also not like you're not good at instruments, too. You're good at guitar and things like that. But, like, you say that you don't know how to write music because you don't know how to write, like, notes and stuff. But that doesn't mean that you're not a good musician. You know what I mean?
I get what you mean, yeah.
And you don't use AI in the creation of music.
Yeah. So I will say it does suck. FL Studio kind of isn't using AI. It's not the generative type. It's more like a chord generator they've added.
Okay.
They also have like, but I think, it's not AI they're doing a bunch of cloud-based, like get a bunch of samples from the cloud and subscribe to the cloud as opposed to just buying them outright.
Okay.
That I'm not a fan of still.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's generative AI at least.
Okay.
And if there is, it's at least like you don't have to use it. Thank God, don't use it if there is. But
yeah, well, that's my thing too. Is I just didn't like that I had to.
Yeah, you were forced to. Yeah.
And I think at the very least there should be regulations on it so that it isn't stealing and it isn't causing insane environmental impact and poisoning communities.
Yeah.
With their data centers, and also I shouldn't have be forced into using it.
Yeah.
When the camera was made, not everybody was turned into a photographer all of a sudden.
And even, like at least with the camera, I could see that there was a practical use for it. AI is like, we're just doing the same thing, but worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't use AI, man.
Don't use AI. And that's my... I think it is inherently anti-humanist, honestly, to use it. That's my moral... that's where my stance comes from. And I feel like I see people that are lauded as smart and lauded as people to look up to. And they say, well, you shouldn't be dogmatic about your anti-AI usage. And I think, well, if the AI people are being dogmatic about using it, I don't understand why you're expecting people to lay down and just take it.
Yeah.
Because that's what bothers me is, well, you shouldn't shame people for using AI.
Listen,
I'm sorry, shame exists in the world. I'm sorry.
There's a lot of different things. Okay, let me be specific. If you use an LLM model, machine learning bullshit.
Yeah.
Like if you're doing fucking protein folding, That's fine.
And
you're not using that though. You're not doing that. You're asking ChatGPT, hey, what's going on?
Write me in my college essay that'll get me into college.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're not helping humanity there.
And
you're
then being upset that you're passed over. No, you're serving yourself. It is self-serving. I'm just asking you to be honest with yourself about it.
Yeah.
That you every time you use this thing, it takes you farther and farther away from connecting with others.
Yeah.
And even yourself.
Especially yourself, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I believe. But, Nah,
I'm going to use my daughter's art and put it on a
That's
cube.
crazy, man.
You know what's crazy about that, too? There's so many people, apparently people are using AI video to, like, sharpen images, and I'm like, this is a curve tool in Premiere.
Photo Bucket.
It would have taken 3 seconds.
In 2010.
You didn't need to have a data center do it for you.
That's insane, yeah.
So dumb,
it's just,
dude.
It's like wasteful.
People fucking hate doing color correction,
like,
man.
It's the same thing as like it's like a digital version of sitting behind the Dunkin' Donuts and watching them throw out all the donuts.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it is gross.
It's gross,
and it's like it sucks. Yeah, it just is a bad feeling.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Don't use AI.
Don't use AI.
Solved it though, dude.
Solved it.
Boss story of the night though.
Yeah.
You know, it has been getting harder finding stories, I feel like.
Yeah, I feel you.
I blame AI.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Thanks, AI. Is that
Thanks, Obama.
Hey, Obama.
Hey, Obama eyes. All right, final story.
Yeah.
Am I the asshole for refusing to replace my fiance's keys he left in his pocket? My female 23 fiance, male 23, recently purchased a new car. He came home from work sick today and showered before getting in bed and left his work clothes on the bathroom floor. I was in the middle of doing loads of laundry, so after about an hour when the washer was empty and ready for a new load, I threw his clothes he left on the floor in the washer. 45 minutes into the wash cycle, he freaks out and asks me if I took his keys out because they were in his pockets of his work pants. I say no, I just threw them in. He thinks I should be the one to pay to replace his keys. I said, I'm sorry I didn't realize, but it's not my responsibility to check pockets when I'm doing the laundry, and I won't be footing the bill for that.
All right.
It should be noted that leaving clothes on the ground is normal for him. He has gotten better at it, but his dirty clothes being on the floor is not out of the norm. Am I the asshole? Edits for clarification. The reason I do the laundry is because he pays the majority of the bills. He does that so I clean, cook, and take care of this laundry.
Yeah.
I was taught growing up that it's the wearer's responsibility to check pockets before taking them off. This wasn't emphasized as much for him. I didn't feel the weight of the keys because I first picked up the clothes in the hamper, then picked up what he left on the floor, so the extra weight on the pants didn't register.
Real.
We are splitting the cost of the key. Very surprised at comments saying we don't love each other and will fail at marriage. Lol.
Whoa.
We are young and still figuring out all the household rules that need to be established.
Yeah, I think that's valid. I mean, my first thought was like, yeah, it is the wearer's responsibility.
See, this is my thing too. Yeah, 100%. I agree.
Well, I mean, and it's like, it's nice if the person that does the laundry does go through the pockets.
Which I will say, I think I've defaulted to doing that.
Because I think you were taught to do that.
Well, one time when I was a kid, I think I left like crayons in my pocket.
Oh.
And it got into the wash and it just fucked up a bunch of clothes. So I think I'm now super like, I'm going to check every single pocket, including the coin pockets I never used. I'm going to double check.
That's so real though. I left my phone when I was a teenager in my pocket and it went through the washer and the dryer.
My phone and oh my God.
I feel like that's an ADHD teen thing.
Probably.
Yeah.
So now I'm very much like, check every pocket. Like, because I mean, okay, so here's why I kind of picked this one, is I feel like there's a lot of people virtue signaling in the comments of being like, I'm a woman and I always check the pockets regardless of, you know, whose laundry it is.
Who cares? It's neither here nor there.
It's not, like, good for you. I also check all the pockets, but that doesn't...
She's not allowed to, like, one time not think and just throw the shit in there.
Especially
she's not
if she's
the one that
one...
left the shit in the pockets.
If she's the one also that, like... What am I thinking? Because I'm also not a fan of this, like, he does all the money, so I have to do everything. It shouldn't be on her to do.
He still contributes to the house messiness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. Everyone said, and I think this is why I picked it one, because everyone says everyone's shitty here. No, I'm really like,
I really don't think she did anything fucking wrong.
I think she was trying to do some fucking laundry.
I mean, yeah, I don't think she's even like, I think the fact that she does laundry for him is nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he just fucking, here's the thing. If he came out and said, did you take my keys out of my pockets? I don't even think that's bad.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad either.
I think he's asking, hoping. Because he fucked up.
Yeah.
And then she's like, no, I just threw it in there. Then after getting mad at her, he's mad at himself. And he should express, I'm sorry, I'm mad at myself.
Yeah. Which...
And he doesn't even have to say, I'm sorry for getting mad. Mad is an emotion. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
I'm mad at myself for leaving my keys in my pockets.
Yeah.
I shouldn't do that. I should take out my keys as soon as I enter the house and put it on the fucking key ring or the key bowl or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever system that...
The key sofa.
If you don't have that, maybe we should get a key bowl so that this doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah.
Because I have a problem with leaving my key in my pocket.
Yeah.
It's not her fucking fault. I really don't think it's her fault.
I don't think so either.
Because I think it is like a slippery slope. Name of the episode.
Ooh. Are we calling it slippery slope?
They're going to marry dogs. I swear to God.
I swear to dog.
I swear to dog.
No.
Why were they so upset? It's dogs just got backwards, and isn't what they love? Isn't that what they love?
Yeah. So we're all just getting closer to dog God.
Dog God. Yeah. Maybe Dog God's the name of the episode.
Dog God. Temple of the Dog God. Yeah.
Temple of the Dog God. Anyway, fucking yeah. So I don't know. I think it's like whatever, split up your chores however you want to do. If he does all the money and you want to do all the chores, okay, cool. I don't think the person that does the chores is the like master of the house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I am the fucking, I know where everything is. And you must enter my labyrinth.
Yeah,
of items.
I think it's still
like if it's his keys.
Some like
he should know where the fucking keys are.
Yeah, some sharing of the responsibility here. Which I mean, I guess it's good that you guys came to like, all right, we'll split the bill.
Right. But because I think the responsibility of it then ends up being like, well, if you run the house, then by the time I'm in the house, I don't have any responsibility over my actions. Which is like obviously wrong.
Yeah.
Duh. No. You still have clothes that you buy and wear, because then it's like, well, then who buys all the shit?
Yeah.
Then she should be allowed to buy all the furniture and all of his clothes and dress him, I guess.
Yeah. And it's like, and then obviously we're not with that. Yeah.
Obviously not. And obviously people wouldn't be okay with that, because then she ends up being like his mom, which is why this entire setup is wrong, in my opinion.
Yeah. Or it can lead to a very quickly degrading situation.
Power dynamic. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the biggest asshole of all in this story is car manufacturers.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why.
Stop making those keys so washable.
Yeah, exactly. It's so sexy and washable.
Yeah.
I'm sick of this like defaulting to just having the button.
Yeah.
As opposed to having an actual like, I'm okay with like hitting a button to start the engine. Yeah. I'm okay with that, right?
There should be a real bit. I like feeling the purr.
I do get it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it was in a Drew Gooden video. He talked about like how all the cars are just a computer, and like even like when you move the thing. Often. Well, yeah, it's gonna fail more often, but also like when you move the stick, you're just telling the computer which thing to be on.
Yeah.
So hitting a button to do it is just turning on the computer, right? So I get that.
Yeah.
But I think there should still be a physical key at least to get into the door of a car.
Yes. Yes.
And I think that's why it's
I think it should stick out also. I hate the Tesla flush with the rest of the Tesla. I think it sucks because then you go to like Teslas in ice and snowy conditions.
Yeah, and it's like you can't.
And they're like, how do I get to work? And it's just a fully frozen over side of their car, and they have to either punch it with their fists,
yeah,
or like bring a candle or a flame and heat up their car.
Which is why they made that flamethrower, so you can flame up your Tesla.
Yeah,
yeah. You know what's good for battery
in your fucking garage? Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, last thing I checked is that batteries love heat.
Batteries love heat, especially lithium-ion batteries.
Dude, every time we
heat and force.
Yeah. Dude, I was just we were driving past the Tesla place in on the way home from the parents.
Can you imagine the Fallout 76 shooting a Tesla and each car being an atom bomb?
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite things to do in Fallout 76 is to go to a car lot and just shoot one car until it explodes.
Yeah.
And just watching the chain reaction.
It is fun.
It is fun.
Yeah.
But that totally would happen at a Tesla parking lot. Yeah. They explode, by the way. Don't get into a car accident with a Tesla.
Yeah, stay away from them.
Yep.
Yeah. Again, I just learned recently going the speed limit's actually okay. So
we've been trying to save on gas, and Josh started going the speed limit.
And I just have cruise control on.
It was so awesome.
It was the best drive I've had.
Shit. Slapped.
But no, yeah. I don't know. Just check your pockets, man.
Yeah.
Before you take your pants off. Take responsibility if you leave it on it. Yeah. Mistakes happen. Shit happens.
Yeah. This is from. Do you know how many times I lost my fucking wallet? One time, a lady found my wallet in a parking lot. And she worked at City Hall, and she had her daughter message me on Facebook so that I could go to City Hall. I had to take a bus to go to City Hall. I had to borrow money to take a bus because I had to buy a ticket.
Yeah.
Because my ticket was in my wallet. So I could go to City Hall in the morning, and then they were like, yeah, nobody's allowed back there, but you can go over there because that's where she works. So I don't know what the fuck she did, but she gave me back my fucking wallet and was like, don't lose it next time. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Next time, it's going to be more than a wallet you get. It's just... you went to the real person who runs Orlando. You're too close to the scent.
I had to go through security to get into City Hall.
That's so funny, man.
Yeah.
Remember the time I think you left your wallet. Did I leave my wallet or did you leave your wallet at a Wawa?
I don't remember. I left my wallet I left my ID at CVS.
Yes,
I gave them my ID that for my Concerta, and then I just left.
Because they didn't give it back.
And back when they were good, this was the previous pharmacy, and before they fired all the good people and hired the worst man alive.
Ooh, yeah. If you're drug seeking, if you need your ADHD medicine,
if he just doesn't have the pills to give you, he calls you drug seeking and puts a flag on your shit and says, "I don't have to provide you with medication." But yeah, they called me like immediately, like within 10 minutes, and then we went to a different location, had to drive back, and I was like, I left my ID here. They were like, yeah, you definitely have ADHD. Here's your ID.
And no one gave the guy the memo. Yeah,
no,
we have physical
I don't think
proof.
He was hired yet.
Jesus,
that was the before times.
The before times. Anyway, solved it. That's our show, dude.
That's it.
Sarah.
Yeah.
You got any mother effing plugs?
Yeah, APWSTR Gaming. I'm going to do that one first because I'm excited for what we have going out this week. Esoteric Ebb. We're starting Esoteric Ebb this week, where Josh makes all my decisions, but I pilot the cleric, and we walk around and read all the stuff. And I feel like we're going back to like cool indie games with cool storylines where we get to do voices for them, and
yeah,
I think it's really fun. And then we also have Gay City over here, City Skylines, where we make Gay City over here.
Yeah.
Because Josh is really fucking baller at City Skylines.
Okay, yeah, dude.
And his computer's really good, and the footage looks really good. And it's a really beautiful game.
Nice.
That's coming out this week. I also stream on there on Mondays. I didn't this last 2 weeks, but I'm coming back next week.
Hell yeah.
And we're gonna finish Professor Layton so that we can finally start a Pokemon Nuzlocke.
Let's go.
Which is gonna be so fun.
Hell yeah.
And then you can also follow me on Tumblr and Blue Sky at ThatSoHeron, ThatSoHeeron. That's ThatSoHeeron.
I am Joshua Chinland on most things, a guy nicknamed JC on Twitch. Go consider following and subbing over there. Helps out a lot. APWSTR on TikTok, a podcast will save this on Instagram. Please consider following on Instagram if you're able to, because it helps us out a lot.
Yeah.
And maybe Instagram will respect us and be like, actually, you can get off this wait list to get monetized.
Yeah, true.
Someday we'll know. But yeah, don't forget to like.
Love can move a mountain.
Love can move a mountain, man.
Yeah.
A podcast saves relationship on all podcasting platforms. APWSTR Productions on YouTube. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the gosh darn bell, and hype and share the video. If you're watching on YouTube, rate us 5 stars on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Linktree's down below. It has access to our Patreon, Buy Me a Coffee, which are those websites, APWSTR.
Yeah.
Mutual aid links are down below. We got merch down below. Everything's down below. Just enjoy. Just go check it out and enjoy. Have a good rest of your day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a good one, y'all.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye. This podcast took 6 hours to record.
That's crazy town.
This is a 6 hour long recording session.
I will say recording in 2 days does mean that there's more footage.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Shit.
But it is, I do feel like the energy is kept up higher.
Oh, wait, for sure. Yeah,
I like this. I like doing this. Yeah.
I will say we're getting close to 3 hours today, and immediately my mind's right now going like,
right
it's
now
out.
It's time.
It's out. I'm out. Oh God. Oh no.
This was a podcast where we had to wiggle it out. We had to pinch this one out.
Yeah. And I'm not just talking about the diarrhea.
All right.
That wasn't. Is that an outro?
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. Or this one.
Maybe
if you like this one better.
Maybe I like this one better. Maybe I'm a little wacky that way.
Waking up.